Yeah, what happens if we die?
We die rich. That's what happens.
Hey there, all you fine fellows. You're listening to Radio D&D on the Practical Heroes Network.
I'm James Landoff, the Dungeon Master, aka Mr. Mayor.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I play Mirai.
Hi, I'm Mike, and I play Marcus.
I'm Casey, and I play B.
I'm Ethan, and I play Zephyr.
Now, roll that recap.
Hey there, all you fine fellows. You're listening to 98.3 The Drop. Finding the containment chamber, the gang witnessed the horrific aberration that now was Castor. Using psychic abilities, Marcus was teleported into the chamber, prompting the blades to jump into action. After managing to contain Castor once more, it was clear any sense of humanity he once had was now gone. After releasing him from his tortured life, the sound of an exploding grenade echoed through the halls, a trap previously set by Marcus. Waiting for them in the central chamber was Dr. Victor, who expressed his pleasure in seeing Lux once more. He proclaimed he possessed the answer to fixing her discorporation and presented a small vial of deep purple liquid. However, Marcus used his arcane disruptor to strip Victor of his magic. Left with no other options, Dr. Victor administered the vial to himself, the concoction infusing him with eldritch power. The resulting energy surge powered up the infusion arc, while simultaneously leaving the party incapacitated. Suddenly, Hugh appeared before Victor, pushing him through the portal and disappearing along with him. Donning the rower suits, Lux and Zephyr ventured through the portal after them, finding only his holy amulet as it discorporated from existence. Faced with an option, Lux exposed herself to the pure energy of the chromatic sea, relying on the guidance of Navris to shape her identity. Meanwhile, the material plane began shaking violently as the world itself seemed to crumble. Left with no other choice, the remaining Lonely Hearts fled the lab, seeking shelter from the destruction. After the disaster, Lux and Zephyr re-emerged from the portal, having been found by a familiar MLE officer. Going back home, Lux found a video recording of a memory of Hugh, who told her she could be whoever she wanted to be. From this point on, she would be known as Mirai.
Alright, so last time we left off, Mirai and Zephyr seemingly came back from the chromatic sea, although Mirai is not exactly who she used to be. I do have to mention, now that you are of a sort of drow-ish descent, but not exactly, you actually gain dark vision as well as a once per day innate casting of Spiderfly.
Oh,
On yourself
wow.
only.
Wow. Okay, great. Okay, I'm gonna
go ahead and add those.
yeah, and I'm gonna give the goggles of night back to B since I can now see at night.
Wow, I can infuse a different item now.
Yeah. But as you guys were all sitting on the couch, I guess, Mike, you almost receive a message, but first, Mariah, you get a ping notifying you that a message is being sent within a mile radius of you.
Oh,
You intercepted.
no. No, not this time, but I'm like, someone's getting a message close by.
Right then, Marcus, you get a message, and it sounds like Ellie. To recap, she basically said, Marcus, are you busy? I may need your help.
Now, to respond to this message, I don't have to say it out loud, but I can, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Mark will respond, "Hey, Ellie. No, we're pretty not busy right now. We just, got back from near death. What can we do for you?"
So moments later, you hear a response. Smashing. Yes, if you would meet me at the factory, we can discuss in more detail there.
Sounds good. Is this just me thing, or is this me and friends thing?
Yep, you get another message. This would be a mission, presumably for you and your companions, if they are up for any extra work.
I'll ask them, and I'll see you over there. Turning to everybody, presumably staring at me at this point for talking to myself.
Well, I don't think you actually have to respond out loud.
No, I know, but I chose to do so.
Oh, you
Amazing.
chose just like Philip. Good. Yeah, so you guys hear
that was
Marcus
really
talking.
more. That was really more for Mariah to realize that it was me getting the message.
I see.
So I turned to everybody and go, well, it would appear that Ellie needs our help. As odd as it is to say that.
Now the tables have turned.
She wants to meet us at the factory. Is it something we're interested in doing?
Ellie from Ellie's Elixirs.
Mm-hmm.
What would she want with us?
She said she's got some work for us, so whatever happens is probably bound to be money involved.
She could wait, we haven't talked to Klaus yet, right?
That's correct.
I don't think we have yet. No, we should probably reach out to Klaus before we head over there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
I
he,
think-
he did go on that mission for us, so
Yeah.
I think this could be beneficial.
Almost definitely, yeah.
yeah,
They definitely
I
put her
don't-
in her good graces.
yeah. It's interesting that she's reaching out to you though after what happened at the factory.
She's the rich one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
I'm game.
I think it's Marcus's girlfriend. He eats cheese puffs.
She's
technically-
We tried that
technically-
once. It didn't work.
Technically, Marcus has dreamt about Ellie. You know.
That is
And
the
Andy-
technicality we'll go with.
and
Marcus.
he went to dinner with her too.
Girlfriend.
Not alone,
He
by the
eats
way.
more cheese puffs. It was just a Lori, I don't know. Let's go.
Their date.
Oh,
I mean, Lorian tried to hit
Oh.
on her, not me. So it was Lorian that tried to bet her, not myself. So
he did ask for
He was
her
just your
clothes.
wingman.
Yeah, that could have been it.
Didn't she slap Lorian?
Yeah, she doesn't
yes,
like him.
very much so.
He had a print on his face for days.
I remember
She
that.
definitely did not slap him.
We all
He-
we all know Lorian
That's
put the
right,
makeup
she-
on.
It was more of a
We
mental
all know
slap.
Lorian-
thing.
we
It
know
was
that.
more
all
of like
know
a
that
verbal tongue
Lorian-
lashing.
Lorian 100% put makeup on his face to make it look like she slapped him. 100% he plays the game.
Well, Marcus was there. He would know that's a lie. Is Marcus just going along with it now?
No, Marcus is not going along with it.
Lorian told us that she slapped him.
Marcus would be saying stop the
100%.
entire time at this point.
At this point, Lorian is still like, no, she slapped me. And it's like me and Mariah are like, yeah, totally. Like, she totally slapped you, like playing along with it. And Marcus 100% is like, that did not happen.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Marcus would like to head over to Mr. Green's to see if you can catch Klaus before heading over to the factory.
You're able to find him, and it looks like he's been looking for you. He's at his usual table with the chessboard in front of him, and yeah, he
Oh,
kind of
good.
gives you a nod as you come in.
Is there another table for the rest of our companions, or is this table large enough for?
He normally tries to find a pretty secluded table, one in the back, though I suppose you could all cram around it if you so wished.
We'll do so discreetly.
Okay. So the chairs, squeak or like grind against the floor as you all pull them up to the table. Mr. Green shakes his head as he knows he's going to have to reorganize the room, and yeah, Klaus like looks at all of you guys as you sit down and join him.
Hi.
Klaus, I've been looking for you, man. I heard there was just chaos. Are you okay?
He nods and says, "Yeah, there was a bit of that. I'm glad to see you guys are all safe."
Yeah, we got off pretty easy. He would motion over to Mirai and introduce Mirai to Klaus, and then, well, yes, he would just introduce Mirai to Klaus.
Yeah, so he extends a hand to you. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Klaus.
I'm Mariah. It's nice to meet you as well.
And turning his attention back to the full group, he says, "Well, I did overhear a bit of a conversation between Ellie and what I could make out was Victor. He seemed to possess some kind of vial of dark, purplish black liquid. He referred to it as neoplasm, and that's all I really got from him, and he shortly departed. Though I did talk to Ellie for quite a bit.
How did things end up at the end of the night?
As you could imagine, the entire place came crashing down around us. I was swiftly moved from the location by actually Ellie herself. I would have been able to get out fine on my own. And you see, there's like a little point of contention there where he's like, "I would have been fine on my own," but he's like, "But thankfully to her, she teleported us to safety."
Well, I'm sure she just got a quick 1 second ahead of you, so I'm sure it was just a matter of who got there first.
B whispers to Mirai. She saved his ass.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
He starts like fiddling with his cloak. You see, I have this cloak and it lets me just teleport where I need to, and I could have easily used this to get out of that situation, but she was just a little more alert than I was, I guess.
He's really trying to sell this.
It really is.
Yeah.
Anyway, I digress.
It's all right, Klaus. It's all right, Klaus.
Though I did find it a bit odd. She had concern of what was going on, though it's hard to explain. She had a sort of fear unlike the rest of the crowd.
Hmm.
Something more maybe immediate.
Interesting. Yeah, she reached out to us to see if there's anything that to see if we were available for a job. So kind of wanted to check in with you first, see how the night went before we went on to the job.
I imagine my night went better than some people's. I'm just glad to be alive, to be frank.
Well, that makes more than one of us. Many of us, actually. A couple of close calls later, we're still here.
Are you familiar with what he was talking about, though, Victor, the neoplasm?
Unfortunately, we are. Yeah, we managed to get cornered by Mr. Victor, and well, long story short, he used the neoplasm on himself and turned into this weird dark storm monster, and he was thrown into the chromatic sea by a friend of ours, who was lost.
I'm sorry to hear that. And he makes a genuine concerned face and makes eye contact with all of you.
Or I will look away. Just a little sad.
I don't know much about the chromatic sea, but have you tried talking to a Church of Parain member? Perhaps he could be brought back?
There wasn't anything left of him. So I think I have an idea. I can maybe talk to a friend of ours and see if there's a way. I hope there's a way.
He'll nod. Sorry if I didn't give you as much information as you needed. Though Ellie did mention that she had to check on something. I mentioned that if she were to need any help, she could ask for my friend Marcus.
Well, it seems she took you up on that offer. Thank you, Klaus.
I'd imagine someone of her standing can provide more than enough compensation for any job she has.
Yes, I would imagine so. Klaus, this is probably not the time to do so, but I do have some information about the cube that we've been looking into.
You do?
I do, yes. I can leave it with you and kind of give you a brief rundown if you'd like. But when I get back from this job with Ellie, we can go more in depth into it.
If you think that's wise, yes, of course, I can keep it safe.
I think it would be wise to keep it safe.
Have you tried to close the cube yet?
Not consciously, but we've also had a bunch of time to ourselves, so he might have started building with it.
Okay. So you would have found that any attempt of manual closing of the cube wouldn't work. But upon saying the phrase you discovered, saying that phrase seems to open and close the cube.
All right, I would definitely tell Marcus about that little point. Sorry, not Marcus. I'd tell Klaus. Marcus would tell Klaus that.
No worries. Is there anything else you want to talk to him about, or anything you guys want to do before leaving?
Don't believe Marcus has anything he wants to do before he would embark.
Oh, I don't want to send a message to Navras. Yeah, I'll just send her a message and be like, just Mariah will kind of say like, thank you for saving me, but Hugh seems to be gone. I'd like to meet sometime soon and talk.
So you send a message to Navras. There's a short delay before you hear, yes, of course, I just wanted to make sure you were safe. As for Hugh, I felt his departure. I'm sorry. And the message ends there.
Oh. I think I'll leave it there for now since we're about to go. She seems much sadder.
Mhm.
With everything. I mean, it's all so fresh, and then it just, oh, I felt his departure. Just really, sad. So yeah, she'll probably pick up back with that another time, I guess. She'll get back in contact with Navras.
A point of interest, though, gods receive like thousands of messages basically around the clock. So it's uncommon if you send a message directly to a god that they are to respond. So that is just a point of interest, I think.
Oh yeah, and not that she responded, but also so quickly.
That's what you imagine the like slight delay was from.
It was thousands of messages and her kind of wading through the whole. Wow. Well, I'm like her favorite.
Depending on how big of a following a god has, it's thousands of messages.
Yeah.
Which you could assume Navras is one of those. But
yeah.
It's an interesting tidbit.
That is very interesting. But I mean,
whether Mariah realizes that is up to you, though.
Yeah, I'm not sure that she. Well, would you say that she knows how large Navras' following is?
I don't think anyone but Navras knows that, actually.
Oh, okay.
Not even some of her closest members.
Then I would say that she probably does not realize it, and that she just thinks that her that That Navris just really was waiting for that message or something of that nature.
You know, just like sitting on the couch drinking wine.
Yeah.
Waiting for messages. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do?
He needs to call her dad.
Okay. And there's a payphone at Mr. Green's.
I'll be right back, guys.
Okay.
She'll skedaddle over. Throw a coin in.
Now you have talked to your dad during all of this, correct?
No.
No.
You haven't talked to your
No.
dad for like 3 days?
I freaked
Oh
out.
my god.
I don't have a cell phone. There was no phone in the shelter.
You're definitely on the missing persons list.
Oh my
Right
god.
now. We're all gonna get arrested.
I've been really stressed. You'll
There's
be
probably
okay.
a
You don't-
Amber Alert
You
out
don't
for
think you don't think B would have remembered to call her dad in 3 days?
Oh no, she did remember.
She just chose not to. Oh my gosh, that's really funny. It's
Okay.
not.
I swear I'm a good kid.
Okay. So yeah, you ring the phone. There's like a frantic voice on the other end.
Hello? B?
Hi.
Hey,
I'm okay.
where have you been?
I was in a shelter for a few days,
Okay.
and I'm okay
You're
now.
safe?
Yeah, I've been safe. I'm sorry I didn't call. I just, you know how like sometimes shut down under pressure, and sometimes I
Hi, Mini
just
B.
like.
I had no idea where you were.
I'm so sorry. Are you okay? Are you and
Yes, I'm
Julie
fine.
okay?
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Okay, you're good?
I'm good.
I'm not on a missing persons list?
I'll let them know you've been found.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just, you know, I shut down sometimes and I like cry on the floor. And I'm sorry I didn't call.
I feel like you could almost feel his heartbeat through the phone.
Dad, I think I feel the phone vibrating.
Yeah, that's just heart palpitations. B.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
You can't do stuff like that, B.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I know that this is my fault. This is my bad. I should have called.
Glad to know you're
But,
safe.
I'm gonna go do some work.
Okay.
And
I'm gonna go lay down. Right?
Okay, I don't know when I'm gonna be home. But
Alright.
I'm okay.
Alright. We'll just
I'm with my friends.
Yeah. Alright. Good.
Okay. Alright, I love you. Remember to take your aspirin for your headaches.
I love you too, B. I actually need to go to the store and pick up some more, so.
Okay,
Oh.
well, I love you.
Love you too, B.
Alright, bye, Dad.
He hangs up the phone.
Okay, B moves back over. Oh, yeah, he was fine.
You guys could definitely hear him. He was not fine. You know how like people talk so loud that you can hear it on the actual phone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
B, we should have a conversation about your family matters.
I
Marcus
know I
just
should have.
pulled just
I know I should have called him, but I didn't because I was stressed, and that's my own fault. He's gonna take me off the missing persons list.
You were on the what?
We're good.
I'm just like look around, see if like anyone's like, are there any bounty hunters on us or something?
I mean, you look around. It seems like the normal shady clientele of Mr. Green's.
Whew, thank God.
B, did you have like, were you anxious or did you have like anxiety or something?
Yeah, sometimes I get like really freaked out and then I just like go into a dark place and I sometimes cry on the floor. Kind of what happened when we were in the cave a while back with that dead body that I think was hanging on the ceiling. And sometimes I just don't want to do things.
I understand, but your dad loves you. You gotta call him.
I know. I didn't also want to call him because like after that big thing, he would have like really freaked out. And yeah, I should have called him.
Next time. Okay.
Yeah.
Don't be
But
scared.
he's okay.
Yeah.
He's okay, and Shunwei is okay. And he said he's gonna go take a nap and go pick up more aspirin.
That's probably good.
Yeah. And then I told him I was gonna be gone for a few more days, so we're fine. I've like covered my bases this time.
Okay. As long as your bases are covered. Your dad has met all of us, so he knows you're safe with us.
Yeah, I told him I was with you, and he seemed okay.
Good.
I'm
Good.
sure. I don't know. I'm sure he's fine.
Okay. Good. Good. Good.
Is there anything else anyone would like to do before going to talk to Ellie?
B gets a glass of orange juice.
Okay. Mr. Green, who was totally eavesdropping, but not to his, not of his own will. It was pretty loud. Has already gotten the glass of orange juice for you and just nods to you.
What time is it?
Probably morning, somewhere like 10 a.m. or 11 a.m.
Do people get drinks this early?
Are you asking Mr. Green?
Yes.
Sometimes, yeah.
Can you put
Some-
like just like a fourth a shot of vodka in that?
Wait, how old are?
I
Yeah,
am
whatever.
33.
He takes the glass and puts a shot of vodka in it, stirs
no,
it
no,
for
a
you.
fourth a shot. We need it proportionate to my body.
He sets it aside for himself and then makes a new drink.
Sweet, I can pay you for both.
It's fine. Just take it. And he
Okay.
slides the drink to you.
Thanks. B drinks it. Okay,
Mhm.
thank you. All right, I'm ready.
When did you start drinking?
Oh, just now. I'm really tired and I'm really stressed. And we have to go help Marcus's girlfriend. So I just figured it was for the best right now, considering like what we're about to hear. Which isn't good. It's not a good coping mechanism. Let's go.
Yeah, let's go.
So not having to rely on the bus anymore, because the bus only makes 2 stops at Gobstown, you guys are able to just take your Jeep down to the industrial district.
B does not drive.
Did you find the car after?
Did I find the car after?
Yeah,
Was my
I'm
car
not-
okay?
Your car is fine.
Okay, I would have been really sad.
Yeah,
With-
I'm not taking your car from you.
What's my car's name? A horse with no name. If a horse
A
with
horse
no
with no
name,
name.
I would have been so sad.
Distraught. But you guys all pile in and head down to Ellie's Elixirs.
Is Halo with us?
Yeah, he's just always in the corner. Just
Okay.
always quiet.
He's probably disappointed you didn't call your dad.
He would be the one that. No, I don't know. I was going to say he would be the one that's like, you should do that the most. But then I feel like Zephyr would do it.
Well, Zephyr would have made you
Every-
call your dad for sure.
Yes. He would have. It's fine. Man, it's fine.
Mirai, yeah, Halo just like leans next to you and he says, "Next time we talk to her dad, I'm just gonna ask for his number." So
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
he just
That's so
nods,
sweet of
like,
you. You're doing a good job, Halo, taking care of her.
gives you a thumbs up and goes back into the corner.
Like, I did not get paid to be a babysitter.
You're getting paid, says Halo.
You're getting
Mhm.
paid? Cue
None of
that
us have-
meme from that movie.
Yes.
You pay this woman to sit on babies? That's disgusting.
What's that from?
I do it for nothing.
Oh my god. That just came out of the darkest recesses of my mind.
Wait, do you know
What?
where that's from?
Yes.
What's it from?
Should I?
Yeah,
Yes.
you can.
You-
I don't care.
It's from the masterpiece adaptation of Dr. Seuss's Cat in the Hat.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Movie?
Yep.
Yep.
Starring Mike Myers.
That
Wow.
movie
Yeah.
is freaking insane.
I've never seen that movie.
It is absolute. I don't understand how we were allowed to watch it. Also, I had the video game.
There's a video game. Oh my god.
That was
Yeah,
back
for
when
the
they made video
PS2
games of
based
movies.
off movies.
Good
Wow.
times.
Yeah.
You guys arrive outside Ellie's Elixirs. You see like a couple of goblins go in, for their shift, punch their cards, and a couple like walk out. You can see smoke billowing from the factory and a big sign that says Ellie's Elixirs Potion Factory.
You haven't. This is your
Oh.
first time here, though, Zephyr. So we met Ellie because we stole a vial of silver shimmering. Yeah,
Yeah.
we think it could have been chromoplasm from her,
Ah,
but we didn't know that at the time. And
what was
Marcus
she doing
and
with it?
well, she was kind of led us on the trail to Nicholas. There was a note. It was in a gift box, and it said, "To my love, Nicholas," or something of that nature.
I see.
And I just took it. I just very kind of haphazardly took it and got Marcus and Lorian got into their own trouble, but I kind of aided in that, and I accidentally sold it to a goblin. No, not a goblin, a gnome.
Very creepy gnome.
Very creepy gnome. It
Ah,
was
yes, memories.
memories. Yes, and Ellie sort of haunted Marcus's dreams. It was interesting. I don't think any of us wanted to see her again after that, but
The last time I was
We
here, I
are-
had pea soup on me.
Yes, you did.
you
Yeah,
did.
and I don't think I've ever personally met her.
Probably for the best.
I feel like I need more context for that, but
Oh, B was
No, you don't.
Yeah,
He
I just
was-
had pea soup on me. It was just totally nonchalant. It was just
oh
cool.
my god.
You don't do that?
B was a goblin. We were invading the goblin factory.
you can just use paint.
N-
Yikes.
no. I mean, you say that like it could have made sense, but we only had pea soup at the time.
How much
I
is
don't
paint
even
at like a
like-
hardware store? Like
I
what,
mean-
5 gold?
Yeah, it's not much.
Are there any hardware stores
Yeah,
near
yeah.
here?
Probably not.
Oh yeah. So there we
Whatever.
go. We just didn't have a lot of options. It was just we didn't even have a disguise kit at the time. At least I don't think so.
You guys were level 3.
Yeah, I think we were level 2.
Yeah.
Oh, what? Wait, no, you had to be level 3. I swear.
I think
Is
we
the-
leveled up at the end.
Let me look.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure because I don't think I had Battle Bee.
You didn't.
No, second level.
Yeah, we were second
Wow.
level. That was so long ago. Goblin time, Casey.
As you guys are sort of like loitering outside, you'll see one of the goblins going in for them shift. You recognize Fitz as he makes eye contact with you guys, and there's a bit of surprise on his face.
Bee hugs him.
Oh, hey, what are you guys doing here?
Hey,
You
I
like-
missed you.
Aren't you like public enemy number 1 for Ellie? you should really get out of here before she sees you or something.
Oh no. Ellie and Marcus are a thing now.
Yeah,
oh.
we got invitation.
Oh, well, be glad to hear it, I guess.
Weird how things work out, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose so. As you guys like look at Fitz, he looks completely exhausted. There's like bags under his eyes, but yeah, he seems like happy to see you guys.
Are you okay? Are you getting enough sleep? Are you getting enough to eat? Is Ellie treating you right?
Oh yeah, I mean, regular 10-day hour days. It's nothing. But I actually started taking night classes over at the college.
Oh, you
Oh.
did?
Yeah, it takes up a majority of my time. I spend most nights just sleeping on the bus to and fro, but getting there. And he like elbows Halo. He's like, couldn't have done without this guy.
Oh my god, Halo is so nice.
What are you?
Halo Halo looks a little bashful.
Oh my god, you're so nice.
What are you studying, Fitz?
Oh, I'm actually studying, potion making. Figured, I work here and I'm a manager, but I don't really know much of the science that goes behind it. So maybe one day I can. He like kind of looks up longingly at the building, like
One day you can seize the means of production. Got it. I understand where we're going.
Man, you go to college once, you just become a Marxist.
We should get him to unionize.
Yeah.
Yes.
Do the goblins not
Yes.
have a union?
No, they don't.
Oh.
Ellie. Fitz, do you
Mariah-
get paid well?
Yeah, I get paid I actually get paid more than the average goblin because manager and all that.
But do you get paid more than the average manager?
How much does the average manager make?
You can legally discuss your wages amongst each other.
It's not illegal. They just tell you that.
It's a lie.
Mhm.
Well, I gotta be honest. I don't actually talk to many other managers of other businesses. It's mostly just working here and then going straight to college and then coming back.
See, they do that to keep you separated.
Mm-hmm. They do.
Oh, this is our friend Zephyr. He's really smart. He could help you.
Oh,
Yeah.
hey, yeah, tall guy. Oh, my name's Fitz.
I'm
He like
Zephyr.
extends his hand out to you.
Crouches down and shakes it.
Pleasure to meet. I haven't. He kind of like cocks his head at you. He doesn't want to say anything, but he's like, you're certainly
Blue.
more of the one. Yeah, little blue. Humans blue sometimes. I don't.
It's a skin thing.
You
Got-
got like
gotcha.
a skin condition.
I think I had a cousin with that, and he just kind of awkwardly trails off. Well, what are you guys doing here? You coming inside? And he looks at his watch. He's like, I'm gonna be late. Shift starts in like 30 minutes. Gotta get inside.
Oh yes, we're here to see Ellie, right, Marcus?
Yep.
Oh, well, yeah. And he like gestures for you guys to follow him in.
Lead the way, little man.
So yeah, going inside, the factory has a nauseous concoction of different smelling aromas, maybe like a hint of butterscotch in there. But yeah, he like leads you up to the front desk, like puts his elbow on the counter. He's like, "Morning, Marge, how you doing?" And she just like blinks slowly at him and then looks at you guys. What can I do for you?
We are here to see Ellie this morning.
She slowly picks up the phone, dials with her super long nails, and says, "Ellie, I have some visitors." And you hear like Ellie on the other end. "Oh, great. If you would, please send them to my office." And she hangs up. "She'll see you in her office." Fitz
Thank you,
looks a
Red.
little surprised, like, "Oh, you guys are actually here to see her." And he's like, "All right, well, if you guys need me, I'll be out on the floor." And he walks down the hall. Nice seeing you guys.
Nice seeing
Nice
you
seeing you
again,
too.
Fitz.
And he looks at you, Mariah, like, "Yeah, nice seeing you too." And he like walks away, like pointing his finger, like, was she? I think so. Yeah, it's fine. And he keeps walking.
Oh, Mariah, you're so awkward. You didn't know what to say in that situation, so you just assumed you knew him. You were too embarrassed.
Oof.
He just nods. Yes. Ah.
We're so screwed.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'll just pretend. I'll just pretend I'm new. I'm new here. You and we're got it. Oh, I've never been here before.
Marge rolls her eyes as she continues looking through a romance novel.
What's the title?
Oh no! I know the
don't
title. I know the
wanna-
title.
I don't.
I know the
okay,
title.
Go ahead.
It is specifically. Hold on, let me Google it. It is "How to Abduct a Highland Lord" by Karen Hawkins.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah.
That one right there.
How to abduct a Highland Lord?
Why does
Can
this
I-
sound like this sounds
Is
like
that
Outlander, but far more aggressive?
It's real.
Quick
You know what?
shout out to the author of that book. In case you want
Karen Hawkins.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on.
I think
Yeah.
Karen Hawkins. Shout out.
Hey, and Carrie Hawkins, if you're listening to this, you're a #1 fan.
Which I don't think she is, but
Hey, you never know.
In
Yeah.
the first book of a delightfully sexy and
stop
witty new
reading
series.
it. I don't want to hear it.
Followed by To Scotland with Love.
Moving on. Assuming you guys go to Ellie's office.
Locked in a
Yeah,
marriage.
Marcus leaves them gawking at the romance novel.
Locked in a marriage that begins with a desperate feud and ends
How
in
is B reading this?
seduction.
How is B reading this? She does not have the book. Marge is reading the book.
Marge is reading it, but the back is
No, she's-
exposed.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And B's on her tiptoes, and she's like, "Wow."
I like that the cover says she took his freedom. He'll steal her heart.
Excuse me. Does this give like really good instructions?
She looks down at you, looks at her book. Oh, I forgot to put the sleeve on, and she puts a fake sleeve over the book she's reading. It's like a customer service guide.
Oh my god, that's amazing! Fantastic! Shout out Karen Hawkins. I'm in tears. Amazing.
Oh dear.
It now appears she's reading a very thick customer service book.
My God.
Cool. Knock on
I'll-
the door.
Yeah, I'll let someone else lead the way, even though I know how to get to.
Yeah, so you knock on her door and hear her cheery voice on the other end. Yes, please come in. And opening the door, you will see Ellie behind her desk, as well as a large frog of some sort. You remember that this frog was guarding her, what seemed to be a basement of her factory. But it is currently in her office, as it gives you like a sort of like lazy-eyed look. Its throat expands as you hear a deep brrr. And she gestures to a chair across from her.
Thank you. So, to what do we owe the pleasure of a message from you?
She looks past you out the door. Did you say you were bringing friends? They
We're
appear to
all-
all be not here.
We're all standing in the a little bit outside the office.
Marcus kind of turns around. I guess if he sees the empty doorway, he'll just go, "Oh, they must have gotten distracted by the book at reception."
Gives you a curious look, like, what book?
I don't know. There was some chatter about discussing a book. Romance was tossed around. I got bored and went ahead.
Interesting. Well, should we wait for them or continue conversation between just you and I?
Marcus would just step to the door real quick, look into the hallway.
Halo's standing on the opposite side of them, but is too awkward to like push past them as they're blocking the entire hall.
Oh, Halo,
Um,
go.
Right. I guess it's better to go. All right, let's go.
Marcus would just.
What was Zephyr doing, by the way?
No. I don't know. Maybe pulling them
Romance
along. I don't know.
Maybe
I
he
thought
started
it was-
unionizing the goblins.
Marcus would just kind of pop back into the office and go, "Well, you know what? They'll catch up eventually. Let's just start."
I think we all come skittering in like at that moment.
What do you mean? We're all here.
Oh, that was quick.
Speak of the devil, they shall appear.
But yeah, as you all get situated in her office, you will see the large toad sitting next to her. You'll see she has like a jar of large flies that she will open with mage hand, and one drifts out, and a large tongue will lash out from the toad and eat the fly.
Wow, that's quite a big toad.
Yes, thank you.
Very talented.
Well, if we are all here, I was told, Marcus, that you might be a good contact for a mission. I assume you all are blades, correct?
You would be correct.
Yes.
Wonderful. Well, as you know, the recent natural disaster has caused some damage. That is the same for something I've been working on. In fact, it has completely disrupted my production. The location is in a bit of a precarious, hard to reach location, and I was hoping to enlist your help in navigating back to it. You see, the magic circle I had placed there is no longer functioning.
Okay. So we're gonna go, and then we're going to reinstate the magic circle.
Yes. And she will reach in her drawer and pull out 2 scrolls. Now, are any of you gifted with magic?
Marcus looks behind him.
I suppose I am.
Halo will also like raise his hand awkwardly. Ah, wonderful. Yes. Well, this is a scroll of teleportation circle. I simply need you to cast this and create the circle so I can teleport to it wherever you place it.
I can do that. I'll take the scroll from her.
So as you look at the scroll, you do realize that this is 1 level higher than you're able to currently cast.
Oh. So I won't be able to cast this?
So for arcane spell scrolls, you are still able to cast it. However, you need to make an ability check to
Ooh.
cast it.
Oh.
The DC for teleportation circle is 15.
I'm gonna, as I take it from her and I look at it and I look at her, I'm just gonna be like, I'm afraid that there might be a chance that this doesn't work.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm talented, but I'm unfortunately not this high of a magic caster yet. Not this
Well.
talented.
and she will slide the other scroll across the table to you. And this scroll appears to be a scroll of enhanceability.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
if you find yourself needing any more help casting the spell, this might help.
Oh. Oh yes. Thank you. I think this will be very helpful.
So, are we expecting trouble in this little journey of ours?
Well, I have no idea what you might find. The journey there was somewhat difficult. But my friend should be able to get you there relatively safely.
What kind
Okay.
of research were you doing?
Um, that's a bit of a need-to-know basis.
I kind of think,
Insight.
Okay.
yeah. Can we insight that?
Sure. Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
25.
13.
I mean, obviously she's hiding something. Whenever she talks about this, there's an air of excitement to her, kind of like she doesn't want to spoil a surprise. Were you looking for anything more specific than that?
Hmm,
Hmm.
Hmm.
I don't think so. That sounds like worth this.
I think Mariah would just ask, like, well, I mean, we're going down there and we're setting up this teleportation circle for you. I think that we may need to know what trouble we might be getting into.
Yeah, so she kind of like looks at you and she's like, even if I offered to pay you each 1,000 gold.
That's a lot of money.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you have any rivals who might be trying to get to this area?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm the only one who knows about it. I would hope it stay that way after our agreement.
I believe we can be discreet.
Wonderful.
Not that I'm looking a gift horse in the mouth here, but why would you need blades to go there to cast this?
Well, you see, I'm running a business and I can't be preoccupied for an extended period of time.
Hmm. I mean,
Besides, when there's work that you don't want to do yourself, you pay others to do it, of course.
that is true. But who set it up initially? Was that you?
I did, yes. I was on the original journey there. Not something I actually want to go through again.
That bad, huh?
It was a little much.
Hmm.
Can you give us any indication of where we would be going?
Oh,
How we would get there? That
you'd
kind
be
of
going
stuff.
to the bottom of the sea,
I'm sorry, where?
the bottom of the ocean.
The bottom.
Well, it's hard to explain. It's there's not a bottom per se.
Oh,
Okay then.
so a bottom that's not really a bottom.
Yes. Well, you see, you would be responsible for setting up the magical teleportation circle. Once you pass the point of inversion, which after you pass that point, you should be able to surface again.
I see. When we invert, is there anything under there that we should be concerned about? Anything native that might try to eat us?
Uh, yes, there was a guardian, so to say, something in the depths that was lurking there. But once you pass the point of inversion, you should be fine.
Okay. How do we get past this guardian? Or is that covered by the person who's taking us there?
This is why I'm sending a group with him to make sure he is able to get there safely.
Huh. This sounds very dangerous.
Indeed. And 1,000 gold is quite a lot of money
For each of
happened-
us?
for each of you.
Oh
What
my
happens if we die?
gosh. What happens if we die?
Yeah, what happens if we die?
We die rich. That's what happens.
I guess that's true.
She looks at you and she says, "I thought Blades was supposed to be a little more daredevilish." I really think
Huh.
death was something you were concerned with if money was involved.
Just think we've kind of had a couple of scares lately.
Understandable.
Ellie, it's all about calculated risk.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We gotta live to spend the
Uh,
gold.
Well then,
Yeah.
so to all of your surprise, without even mentioning a pay increase, she says, 1,500 then each.
Bees drops off.
That's
So much money.
that's so much money.
That's so much money.
I
Mhm.
can't speak for my colleagues, but I'm in.
I can
Wonderful.
speak for me. Yes.
Great. So your mission, so should you choose to accept it, once you reach the point of inversion, you are to surface and find a suitable location to cast a teleportation circle, at which point, are any of you familiar with the sending spell?
Yes, I am.
Wonderful. Simply send me a message, and I will scry on you to get the markings of the teleportation circle, and once that is done, I can simply teleport you all back home.
Sounds easy enough.
Bee wants to make an
Um,
inside check.
Sure. Make an insight check.
Bee does not
Marcus would
trust
also
her.
do that.
Sure.
Bee wants to
for
live
sure.
long enough to see this money.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Bee got a 5.
All right.
Okay. Marcus. So I think there's just this. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Marcus has a sort of trepidation when talking to Ellie.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
What's the look on like Marcus's face as he examines Ellie's, her facial expressions?
You ever look at a snake and you're not sure if it's venomous or not?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like that, because it's got that little glint of where you're like, you could kill me very quickly.
She's just
Or
like
you might
looking up and
not.
down nervously. Okay. So with your 23, she does not seem duplicitous in any way.
Okay. Mark
She
would definitely
seems
feel a lot more confident about this whole mission then.
she seems genuine, but also there is like an obvious issue that she has not confronted, and that was like her history of invading your dreams and threatening to kill you by sleep deprivation.
Marcus plans to ignore that for as long as possible.
You do
'Cause
notice that,
he is not going to bring that up.
but you also notice that it does not seem like it does not have any place in her mind. Like this is not something she's thought about. It's not something that she's thinking about now. This is purely business for her.
Okay.
Is it something Marcus is thinking about though?
It's definitely not far from his mind,
Mm-hmm.
but again, business is business, and if she's for business, he's willing to go with it.
Yeah, as you all kind of like exchange interesting looks, she looks at you all. Are there any other questions?
Yeah. Ellie, have you ever met a man named Dr. Victor?
Her mood immediately changes. Like her face like visibly pales slightly. Victor, yes. I believe I've talked with him.
You Okay. How do I proceed with this?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, but you're going on your own on this one. Marcus is just kind of sitting there. He's like, okay, here we go. He's gonna
Oh.
just kind of sit back and just not be at all involved in this particular conversation.
Carrying over like Marcus's and Badger's insight, she has been like put on a little bit of a defensive right now.
I was just curious. I met him once on his way to meet you a few nights ago, I think. We ran into each other. That's
She
all.
nods.
Mari just shrugs. I was just curious. He He said he was on the way to meet you and not to bother him.
It's interesting that you would simply run into him. He's not exactly the person you just bump into on the street. You have history with Victor.
I guess you could say that. Just curious how you knew him. That's all.
Right. And the agreed upon price is 500 gold each for a successful mission.
1,500 gold each.
Did I say 1,500?
You said 500.
1,500 gold
Oh,
each.
1,500 gold each, yes.
Yes. And a raise for all of your employees.
They're making the minimum wage appropriate for the 10th Kingdom.
You said a minimum wage doesn't mean it's a living wage.
They wouldn't make it a minimum wage if it wasn't a living wage.
I hate you.
That's not true. That's not true at all.
See, not fixing the broke system
Sorry.
in one
sorry.
day.
I apologize. I apologize. I'm sorry. B looks down at the floor.
Maybe they just need to spend their money a little more wisely.
Oh my god! Marcus! Marcus! I'm leaving. I will be outside. Going to form a union. I didn't
Good luck
say
with
that. Zephyr, let's go.
Do you guys have any other questions for Ellen?
How does Ellie look right now? Like, is she like annoyed with us?
No, I don't think so. I'm also assuming that the conversation that we had is not canon.
Oh, yeah. I think it's not canon. Casey, like, oh no, it is.
I mean, that's definitely her mindset. Casey said it's canon, so it's canon, I guess.
My gosh. Oh my.
But yeah, do you guys have any other questions for her?
I mean, above game, would we have wanted to ask her anything about like Nicholas or chromoplasm or?
I feel like if we survive, that would be a good time to talk about it. I feel like before we go into a place that she controls, that she could leave us in, would not be the best time to bring it up.
Okay, probably shouldn't have brought up Dr. Victor, but here we are.
I mean, if nothing else, we know a little bit more than she's letting on than that we're letting on. So if nothing
That's
else, she's a
true.
little on the defensive. So
But
That's
see,
true,
she
that's true.
knows that we know that she knows that we know.
It's a known.
We're playing like 5D chess right now. Neither of us know how to.
Amazing. Yeah, I think we should take the mission. 1,500 gold each that's a lot of money.
Yep.
We're probably gonna die.
I mean, let's face it. We have demons. We have weird shit tearing apart the planet or plane or whatever. Death is kind of on all sides of us, so this is what we get paid.
Yeah, and I'm really hoping, new campaigns start so I can play player, so
Oh my gosh.
So here's what we do. We go down into the inverted place. We take like 4 reality bombs and we set them all off, destroying the plane so that now he gets to play in his own he gets to play in a campaign.
Perfect. Let's
Now
go.
you're speaking my language.
I'm surprised you guys haven't questioned her about what the point of inversion, whatever the hell that means.
Oh, yeah. Let's ask about. I just thought I didn't know what it was, and everyone else must have because nobody had asked. So,
100% thought that everybody else knew what it was, so she just wasn't going to
I
say
mean,
anything.
You guys just like look around at each other, nod like, yeah, point of inversion. Yeah, right? Yeah.
God, we're so dumb.
Is Jules Verne canon in this universe?
Is what?
Jules Verne.
Jules Verne. Is that a person or
Jules Verne, as in Journey to the Center of the Earth.
Oh,
movie
I
is based
suppose
off
if it
of.
Oh my
was
god.
I suppose if it was written, in the 1960s or prior to that, then yeah.
Oh, most definitely. He also wrote Around the World in 80 Days.
Marx would probably have read some of his stuff. It's like 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea and Journey to the Center of the Earth. He's probably thinking, well, I guess you go deep enough, you find the other side.
Yeah, do you want to have Marcus make an Arcana check on what the point of inversion is?
This should be fun.
You got-
You think you've heard of that? Yeah.
Mariah will speak up and just be like, "Can you when you say point of inversion, what are we looking for?"
With Marcus's nat one, I feel like he's compelled to like blurt out like, "Oh, you don't need to ask her about that."
So he would go into a description of what inversion is and be completely wrong. Good.
Marcus is mansplaining.
Yes. Marcus is doing the best of his ability to explain how inversion actually works at the bottom of the sea.
That's amazing.
So yeah, after you go in depth of what you read in the book, Ellie like looks very amused, and she will proceed to, instead of mansplaining you, she will begin to mage-splain you.
Amazing.
So the actual point of inversion is not something many people know about. It's not something you would read in your mundane Arcana book. It's a point at which the gravity becomes inversed if you go deep enough. I'm sure that's what you meant, Marcus.
Right. Gravity becomes inverted if we go deep enough. Okay, well that kind of sounds a little dangerous.
It would for a person who's unprepared for it, but your captain has already experienced this once.
Oh,
That's reassuring.
Yeah.
that is reassuring.
Yes, be glad you weren't on there when we first figured it out. She smiled. Well, are there any other questions?
We're
Nope.
good.
Nope. We're good. Marcus totally understands everything else at this point, so we don't know. We're totally good.
I would caution you that once you find a suitable place to put a magic circle, that you do it immediately. I cannot vouch for your safety if you are to venture deeper.
That's exciting.
We have an understanding.
I believe we do.
What would a suitable location be for the magic circle?
Any flat surface, a patch of land you can find.
Okay.
If I don't like the location you pick, I can always choose a new location. The difficulty is getting there.
Let's go. I think we're ready.
You
Do
should,
it.
you should definitely gather some provisions for the trip.
Oh, will it take a while?
Last time I did this, it took roughly 3 days.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad at all.
Once you have everything you need, just let me know and I can take you to the docks. And just so we have an understanding, and she will slide each of you a bit of an advance on your payment, 500 gold each.
Ooh.
Ooh.
500 now, and the 1,000 when the job is complete.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah, that's fair. Thanks so much.
Maybe if we die, my gold will float to the top.
If you die, we'll take your gold to your dad. Oh, I guess that should be another conditional thing. Can we designate someone that gold goes to if we happen to die on the journey? I want Zephyr to get mine.
I want the Air Force to get mine.
Oh, wonderful.
What
No, I'm
about
kidding.
me?
No, I'm kidding. No, it's going to Mariah.
Would it not be better to invest your gold in resurrection methods in case you die?
Oh,
Oh,
we
that's
should
a good
probably.
idea.
Oh,
Bit of
that's
a
probably good.
contingency.
Oh, the thing that we weren't able to afford before. Yes.
Do
We
you?
are throwing a lot of jabs in this.
We've been poor for so long. we have not gotten a money paying job in so long.
It's just been favors after favors. Jeez.
Hmm.
Yeah,
have
so
health
Marcus
insurance.
Marcus
would request that if if he dies, Ellie pay out to Klaus, and hopefully Klaus will be able to pull him back in to the world of the living.
Gotcha. All right.
List her dad.
Okay.
Halo, list your person. I look as he lists to try to see if I can get his like name.
He shields his paper from you and writes something down and slides it across the table.
Can I make a perception check?
Sure.
Just trying to catch even a last name.
Make a perception. I guess I'll
17.
have to have him make a sleight of hand check.
This could be it. The moment.
So he actually
Oh
put
my
down
God.
several names. You don't
Aw,
recognize some of
students.
them, but Fitz, his name is among the list.
Interesting.
B whispers, "You're so nice."
He squints at you like, I don't want to make a big deal about it.
You're so nice.
But yes, you can imagine that he is funding some students' educations. Is there any shopping you guys want to do with your newly acquired 500 gold?
100% yes.
We need to get
well-
like rations and stuff, right?
Yes, and we need to
I'm
get
not-
potions.
I'm not gonna charge you for rations.
Great.
They're like minuscule amounts of gold. B just goes to the convenience store and gets a bunch of bags of chips for you guys.
Yeah, guys, don't worry about rations.
Got cheese puffs, chocolate bars, Sour Patch Kids, all of the major food
Fritos,
groups.
Cheetos.
Yep.
Protein, beef jerky.
Does anyone want to upgrade their weapon magic bonus?
Yes.
75 gold was for common upgrade, which, if I'm
which
going
I
to
need-
weapons.
I need to upgrade my blunderbuss. Blah, blah, my blunderbuss to a +1.
Okay, so that's 75 gold.
And it's the same for my pistol, right?
Yep, 75 gold.
Can I upgrade my armor?
Yeah, you can upgrade your armor as well.
I have studded leather armor, which is the highest level that I can wear.
You can get a +1 for 75 gold.
You know what? I'll take it.
All right. Mike, if you do want to add the magic enchantment for your firearms, it would just mean that you're not able to use the modifications accurate and damaging. Does that seem fair?
Yeah, that does seem fair. I was, however, going to ask if I could, or rather, I was going to ask you how much it would cost to get the common wondrous item breathing bubble.
Breathing bubble.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's from Wildelmount, so that's probably not going to be.
Is it just like a breathing apparatus?
It's basically like the potion of underwater breathing. It's an hour of being able to breathe underwater, but it's kind of like a bubble around the head, like the.
So there's actually an item in this world called just a simple breathing apparatus. It generates oxygen into a like face mask and provides you an endless supply of oxygen as long as you wear it.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
That is 500 gold.
Yes, it is. Now I have to make a choice because I wanted to make ammunition for the grappling modification I want to put on my pistol.
Casey, you actually have the
Cloak of the Manta Ray. Yes.
Cloak of the Manta Ray.
Yes. I will put that on in preparation. I would also like to buy some potions of healing. Just the 2d4 plus 2 ones.
Okay.
They're 50 each.
Well, how many are you buying?
Let me see how much.
If you buy 5, I'll throw in a free one.
Wow, you're so generous.
Yeah.
How much are they again? 50 each.
Yep, 50 or 6 for 250.
I will buy 6.
I'm going to get the breathing apparatus.
All right. So you're using the 500 gold Ellie gave you.
Yeah.
Which she didn't hand you all of these in like individual gold coins. She actually gave you these thin golden plates that are stamped with the 10th Kingdom's insignia on them.
Oh, cool.
And she gave you like each 5 of those, which is they're equivalent to 100 gold each.
Oh wow. What about like a potion of water breathing or something of that nature?
Potion of water breathing. It is uncommon, so between 50 to 100, I'd be fine with giving that a 50 gold cost.
Okay, great. I'll take one of those. Because I feel like now I'm the only person who couldn't possibly breathe underwater. Halo's Triton. B is the one that
B has the cloak.
Zephyr can hold his breath indefinitely. Marcus has a breathing apparatus. I'll take this potion of water breathing. Okay. Potions. I have 2 basic healing potions. How much are they each? 50 gold each?
Yep, 50 gold each, and if you buy 5, you get the 6th one for free.
I will take that deal.
Halo sees you guys buying all these healing potions. He's like, I'm not doing good enough.
Not it, Halo. It's just that we're trying to be prepared. What happens if you go down?
Guess I would need a healing potion. Is everyone's shopping done?
Yep. I guess so.
How much is it to make something go from a +1 weapon or armor to a +2?
So in addition to the cost for making it a +1,
Yeah.
it would be 250 gold.
All right, never mind. Maybe next time.
Alrighty. Do we want to take a quick break, get some snacks?
That'd be awesome.
Sounds good.
Back.
Back.
Oh my god.
So, assuming you guys have everything you need, you guys are gonna head back to Ellie.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
That was a question, making sure you guys had everything you needed.
I think we do.
So yeah, you guys head back. Probably gotten a bit later in the day, probably closer to 3 or 4 with all of the shopping you had to do and all of the commuting. Yeah, she greets you guys at the factory and pulls out her map of the 10th Kingdom, points at a location on the outskirts of the kingdom, and looks at you all. Well, are we ready?
I
I'd love to
am.
be.
Are you?
Oh,
Zephyr?
so.
Yes.
In a wisp, you guys are teleported to the water port, which is the portion of the 10th Kingdom that rests against the large ocean that leads to Pacifica. But yeah, you guys are teleported to the docks where you see large ships, freighters like the one you guys attacked and stole from. And at the sort of at a remote location of the dock is a small gnomish man. He has his head is wrapped, or sorry, his bald head is wrapped several times with these old bandages. He has these small beady eyes and a patchy white beard. He's wearing a weather-worn jacket with those elbow patches, dark brown trousers, and rubber fishing boots. As you guys appear, he, eyes widen, and you see that he's standing in front of what looks to be a fairly rusty, barely seaworthy vessel. There's a periscope affixed to the top as well as a hatch. You guys go over to talk to him, I guess.
I look at Ellie and I look at this vessel and then I look back at Ellie and then I look over at Zephyr and I'm like, does this seem safe to you?
You turn to Ellie, who teleports away immediately.
I look back at Zephyr and I'm like, does this seem safe to you after she
You know,
disappeared?
It kind of looks like the scissor tail, but on the return flight.
The one that caught on fire?
Don't think it'll catch on fire underwater.
As you guys are talking, this little gnome man will begin scrambling over to you guys just as Ellie leaves, and do you say anything to him, or do you just watch him run up?
Hi.
You must be the captain.
So in a very like shrill and grating voice, he says, "Wait, Ellie! Wait, Ellie!
Oh, did she owe you money?
No, I just want to say hey."
Well, let her know. We're gonna see her again.
Where are my manners? I'm Bill McBucket, and he like stretches out his rather gnarled looking hand, chapped in several places. You see like the knuckles are bleeding.
I'm
What
sorry.
was
What
his-
did you say your name again? What was your
Bill
name?
McBucket.
I hate everything.
Bill McMuffin?
McBucket.
McBucket. Okay.
That's a hearty name. That's a working man's name.
That's a
I reckon it
fisherman's
can't be a
name.
mouthful. If y'all want, you can just call me Bucket.
I hate everything.
But continuing, he says, "Well, you guys must be the ones that Ellie was talking about, the one going down deep in the ocean.
Oh
Yep,
yes.
That's us.
Well, if I may present to you," and he like does a little flourish. "This is my vessel, the Rusty Guppy."
She is.
That's an accurate name.
Yeah.
There's like
She wears
There's
it
like-
well.
there's like a like purely aesthetic but metallic fin protruding off of the vessel that like falls off and splashes into the water.
We're gonna die.
When was the
Let me
last
show you
time this-
inside, and he starts
Oh.
walking towards it.
I'll just place a hand on Lex's shoulder. Good news is the rule of thumb with these is, well, it's kind of a 50-50 shot. Crafts like these that are like this are either so good that they can survive long enough to be this rusty, or just die. So I'll roll those dice.
Oh.
They're either so good that they've been around that long, or they're so bad we're just gonna die.
That's the rule of thumb. I don't write these.
Marcus breathes real heavily and starts following the gnome into his boat.
You begin to realize why Ellie was in such a hurry to teleport away.
Can't
Oh,
imagine
no.
why.
This man doesn't stop talking, does he?
Most likely not. He assumed that all of you were walking with him and just started like walking towards his submarine,
Oh my gosh.
and is basically talking to the empty air next to him, assuming you're
Oh
behind
my
him.
Good for him.
He seems like a nice guy at least.
He does seem
Right?
very nice.
Yep. Very nice guy.
That's something.
It is something.
What was the original paint job of the submarine supposed to be?
What's up?
What color is the submarine?
Used to be like a industrial orange color.
Ah, you were so close. So close to greatness.
Was I?
What color should it have been?
Yellow Submarine by the Beatles.
This guy has definitely like used parts of like he acquired from factories, so it's all like bronze and industrial metal colored.
Oh, so it's piecemealed, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, he made this thing himself.
Oh
He's
no,
very,
he made it himself.
very proud of it. Yeah, you hear him say, "Made this beauty myself," and he.
Oh, jeez.
Has Ellie? You were with Ellie, right? You guys wrote this down last time.
Darn tootin', yeah.
When was
Okay.
that?
Probably a couple years ago.
I hate her.
Yeah. How many? Like a couple human years, or like a couple elf years, or gnome years?
I was the same length. I actually don't remember. And he like scratches his head, which you could see is like very bandaged.
B immediately puts the hood up on her cloak of the manta ray.
All right.
Memory's a little fuzzy.
No one asked me to take this off.
All right. Let's get in the ship. Mariah will
Let's do
just.
this.
But yeah, he walks over to the Rusty Guppy and starts talking to the empty air as you guys hear his shrill voice from the docks as you guys are standing probably still a good distance away.
Oh, we should follow him. This is kind of sad a little bit.
Come on, guys. Do you want to live forever?
Yes.
All right, maybe. All right, let's go. Come on, B. Come on, Zephyr.
All right.
Oh.
Yeah, so he jumps a little bit when you guys like appear behind him. He's like, "All right, well, y'all ready to go inside?" And he like clambers up the ladder to the hatch. You hear like a hissing sound as he opens it, and a creaking sound as it swings open.
Yeah,
Just be positive. Just be positive.
yeah. Let's go in. We're ready.
After you, my lady. And he gestures to you, Mirai.
Yep. She just goes down real easy.
So the interior is sort of dully lit. There are pipes. And they have what looks to be like duct tape wrapped around them. But at the front, you see the helm with the steering controls, as well as a almost like dome-like view of what lies ahead.
Wow,
That's quite the view.
it really is.
Does everyone go inside?
Yes.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys go inside, he will climb up the ladder and shut the hatch, making it, it's pretty dark in here, but a lot darker when the hatch is closed. And he says, "I hope y'all brought your snacks."
Oh, most definitely.
He claps his hands together and rubs them. He's like, "Well, you guys ready?"
Oh, we're leaving
Um,
right now.
Darn tootin'.
I have a question.
Marcus checks his amulet, make sure it's still there, puts
Mhm.
on his goggles of night, and puts the breathing apparatus around his neck.
Good.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Have you explored this part of the ocean a lot or frequently?
Indeed, I have, but I think the way we're going might be a little closed off
But
on
you've been
account of
there.
the recent earthquake.
Would you say that there are mysterious happenings here?
I don't rightly know what you're talking about.
Doesn't the gravity get messed up the closer we get to this thing?
Oh, you're talking about the point of inversion, of course.
How does the gravity hold up in here? It's not like we fall.
But you see, you have to approach it from a particular angle.
Oh God, we're gonna die. We're gonna die.
Mm,
Ellie and I survived the first trip. We'll be fine.
Have you made any other trips after that?
Not to where we're going, nope.
don't you think this is I don't know, a tad bit strange?
A little
He looks
risky.
at he looks at you as one of his eyes starts to like drift to the corner of his eye.
Oh no. Oh no.
Puts his pinky in his ear and like wiggles it. He's like, I don't know.
I feel like I've seen you somewhere before.
He squints. My memory's not what it used to be.
Oh no.
Well, yeah, I guess we're gonna die, but it's okay. Let's go.
And yeah, he goes over to the controls and he's like, "Everybody better buckle in."
Oh God. All right. Yep. Look, Mirai will sit down and buckle her seatbelt.
Okay. First couple of times you try to like click it, but it won't like stay.
Oh no. It doesn't work.
Oh, you gotta press the button in first, then you put it in.
What? I don't think that's how seatbelts work. She does it
do-
though.
You do it, and it barely holds, but you feel like it's secure enough
Secure enough for what?
to hold you in place, I suppose.
B is looking at you side-eyed and her eyes are really big.
Mariah's
Zephyr just
giving.
like put his arm over
I'll be fine. We'll be fine. Everybody buckle in, right? Let's go on an undersea adventure, which I'm sure everyone is prepared for, especially Halo.
her. Can't be any worse than flying.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's true. I loved flying.
As you all buckle in, he turns to you all. Everybody all set?
Mariah gives a thumbs up.
Is my favorite part. And then he kicks it into gear. You guys are at the moment above seawater, but you can see the water level like slowly rising over the glass. For a minute, he like starts to freak out and tries to keep his head above it. He's like, "Oh, we're good. We're as the water finishes covering the glass, you notice like a stream of water start coming from one of the corners of the glass. He takes out a piece of gum and like sticks it in the hole. There we go. And the sub begins to go underwater.
My hood is on.
Your hood is on.
Does anyone have mending?
Yes.
Maybe,
I will mend
you
your
wanna...
seatbelt.
No,
So as you're
not the seatbelt.
it's just a cantrip, it's fine.
Yeah,
I'll mend your
okay, you do
seatbelt
both.
and then I'll fix the other thing.
Okay, all right, that would be great.
So as you're freaking out to begin with about your seatbelt, B will just reach her hand over and be like, I got it, and then she'll fix your seatbelt.
Okay, it takes you a minute to fix her seatbelt, but eventually it functions like it normally does. You don't have to click in the button.
Perfect. Amazing.
Fixed it. What was the other thing you want me to fix before we die?
The water coming in from part of the glass where he stuck the gum.
I hate everything. B unbuckles and gets up. I'm just gonna.
So when you unbuckle, he like turns around. He's like, "Hey, you gotta stay seated.
I'm gonna fix your window.
Wait until we're seated." And he like points to your seat.
You said wait until we're seated for me to fix the window?
No, hold on.
That is
Wait until it's safe. Just go ahead and sit in your seat. We're hitting a little bit of turbulence.
I don't think we're safe.
Turbulence?
Turbulence is an
right.
air thing, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh
Is
my
it,
god.
Yeah. Is it like a sea current or?
Do you
I
think
wanna,
Ellie is trying to kill us?
Scratches
I want to
his head.
address that James just laughed so loudly the mic did not pick him up.
Oh my god.
Just sit in your seat. I'll tell you when you can get up.
We should have a talk with her. There are far easier ways of killing us.
Oh yeah, totally. She could have just
Haunted your
powered.
dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this way it's plausible deniability and we're buried at sea.
Okay, that's fair.
I hate everything.
I'm with you there, actually.
If I were to kill us, this is how I do it.
Are you trying to kill us, Marcus?
Nope.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that we're going on a mission for her, though.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Think she's gonna kill us after?
Or we might only make it one way.
Oh well, guess we'll find out when we get there.
Yep.
B, do you remain seated for the time being?
How does the window look?
The gum is holding it for now.
It's gum, though.
Yeah. Mr. I'm sorry, what was your name again?
McBucket, but you can just call me Bucket.
Is that what you prefer?
That's what everyone calls me.
Is that what you want to be called?
I suppose so.
Oh, okay, Mr. Bucket. I'm sorry, but I'm just gonna do this really, really quickly. And then she gets up and like runs to the glass.
He just stares completely straight forward and keeps driving like nothing's happening.
I fixed the window.
Okay. Yeah, the gum like falls and like squishes against the center console.
Ew.
He doesn't seem to notice.
That's like
Oh my
cherry
God.
flavor. Nasty.
Ew.
as you sit back in his seat, he says, "All right, y'all can move around now."
My God.
Did we hit any sea turbulence?
None at all.
Are we in hell? I feel like this could be, I think I died in the chromatic sea.
I have
You
died
think-
twice.
It could be dead. It's always a possibility, right?
Yeah, totally.
Can I make, would it be an Arcana check? I just want to feel out how the sub is doing.
You can make a tinkering check.
Well, I just want to I need a tinkering check for that.
Yeah, if you're trying to understand its like structural integrity.
25.
25. Yeah, so it seems like most of the things are cosmetic for the most part. Like the crack in the glass was definitely an issue, but as you watch him sort of pilot the sub, he might seem like a little loony, but it seems like he's working this sub like he knows every square inch of it.
Everybody huddle. Except for Bucket.
Bruh.
Mr. Bucket, please keep driving.
No, can do. And he keeps
Okay.
Paddles up.
Go with Guppy.
Okay. I've just been observing him for a little, and it seems like he really does know what he's doing. It's just the ship isn't like amazing quality. I don't think we have to worry about things as much as we were worrying. Just wanted to
So
give...
it's doing that thing where it's like it's on B, and then you guys are like huddled in a circle. It goes to the person next to B. Who's the person huddled next to B?
Oh, it's in that 70s show where they're at the table in the basement.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely Mirai.
Okay, what does Mirai say in response?
I mean, you saw him patch up the ship with a piece of gum.
Who's next in the huddle?
That'd be
Probably
Marcus.
Zephyr. Oh,
Okay, Marcus.
Zephyr, yeah.
Sure, Zephyr, go ahead.
I haven't seen that 70s show.
Anyway, it goes around in the table, so the camera is like on one person, then it pans to the next person, and then it pans to the next person who's in the table.
I imagine you all have your like hands around each other's shoulders in a like group huddle circle, so it's like just
You're-
going from face to face.
Yes,
You're all
totally.
squatting.
Yeah. So
Yes.
yeah, Zephyr, you're next in the circle. Do you say anything?
I mean, I was in the Air Force, not the Navy, but
Goes to Marcus. Does Marcus say anything?
He just has this exasperated look on his face and looks around kind of worried, but realizing he's gonna be probably okay.
Okay. Halo, he says, well, I mean, I think most of us can breathe underwater, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. And then it pans to McBucket's face, you guys didn't notice him, but he's also in the circle. He's like, yeah, at least we can all breathe underwater.
Oh my God.
What are we all talking about?
Driving the ship.
Why aren't
you
you?
look
Who's
and-
driving?
No one's driving the ship.
Oh, Mr. Bucket, please drive the ship.
Oh, sorry about that. And he waddles over to the
Okay.
chair and sits down.
As
Oh
he
my
does that.
God.
Okay, so I know he put gum on the window, but I'm saying he knows what he's doing driving wise.
I
Okay.
believe you.
that is when he's driving.
Yes. I was trying to be helpful. I don't know why we're here anymore. Do you guys want to stress eat with me?
I wouldn't.
Yes.
Okay. All right. B pulls out her whole bag of snacks.
Doritos.
Yeah, so you guys sit down and start stress eating. And after about an hour, he kind of pushes forward a lever, and you see that the ship seemingly lurches, and without his aid, starts to drive itself. Well, it's going to be a little bit of a trip from here. And he sits down on the floor and pulls out a deck of cards.
Oh, are you playing cards?
Yeah, he looks at you and he says, yeah, if you want to play.
Sure.
Sure.
Might as
Okay.
well.
So he starts laying out the cards, and you're not really sure what he's doing. But after like 5 minutes, you realize he's playing solitaire.
Oh, of course he is.
Mr. Bucket, solitaire's just a one-person game.
I was thinking it was weird. You guys didn't take a turn.
Do you want to play a different game?
Sure. And he like picks up all the cards and starts playing solitaire again.
No, I mean like, I don't know, like blackjack or something.
He looks at you again as one of his eyes starts to drift away.
Oh no, B, let the man have his. Let the man have his.
I'm
Dude,
afraid this is the only card game I know.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh.
That's okay. I like solitaire too.
Okay, he'll start playing again.
You want any snacks?
What you got?
I have Fritos and Cheetos and Doritos and Cheez-Its and I have candy.
Can I have a candy?
Yeah, I have, I think these would be perfect for you. Hold on, let me figure out the brand because I don't remember what they're called.
Is it a sour ball?
No, it's not. It's the candy cigarettes.
Yes.
Oh man.
I feel like,
Those
I
are-
don't know, I feel like these fit you. It's like a brand new unopened pack.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yeah, he looks at your assortment of food and he says, "I'll take a piece of candy."
Okay. Is there like a type that you want?
He looks at you, not really sure what to say.
I'll
Just take whatever you got.
I have Twizzlers.
Oh, sure, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, so you give him a Twizzler and he starts like gnawing on it.
I think he's nuts. I think he's nuts. He's lost it.
We might die.
Marcus
Oh,
would
yeah.
pull a deck of playing cards out of his pocket and say, "Anybody for blackjack?"
Yes.
I'm game.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
How many like are you dealing it to everyone?
Yeah, I figure it'd be everybody. I'd be the dealer, but it'd be Halo, B, Zephyr. I was going to include, and Mariah, of course. I was going to include Mr. Bucket, but he seems preoccupied.
Okay. So you deal everyone in, and as you start to play, Bucket like eyes you guys like playing and sort of like crouches down watching you guys put down cards. He seems very interested in it. But as you guys are playing, you do notice outside the view is quite amazing. You're sort of gliding across the sea bottom, seeing a variety of different types of fish. There's coral patches and kelp. You at one point like glide over a sea of kelp, and I don't think anything you guys have seen before. Halo kind of looks at it with a sort of like homesickness.
Aw. Kind of beautiful out there, isn't it?
At one point, Bucket starts like making or doing like a staring contest with a fish looking outside the window.
Oh my god, he's wild. Pretty peaceful down here, if you ignore like the impending sense of doom. Just kind of says that as they're playing blackjack.
Zephyr, a pipe like sprays you with like cold steam, and Bucket like rushes over and starts wrapping duct tape around it.
At least it was cold, right?
It was more of like compressed cold water. Yeah, as he like finishes wrapping it, he like kicks it and it stops spraying like cold water. He said, "Sorry about that. Ballast tank was getting a little fidgety." You do get a bit damp. Halo like takes the water off of you with his control water and just lets it fall on the floor.
There's certainly a lot of water in here for us being underwater.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Mm.
Mm,
So as you guys like travel on, it is a good like several hours as you guys travel along the continental shelf. And as you guys near the edge, it just looks down into deep blue water that your vision does not extend all the way to the bottom, and you feel just like this sense of being absolutely nowhere.
that's unnerving.
Mm.
Not to mention it has gotten dark by the
Mm.
point of reaching this, so you're just in basically dark water.
Absolutely nothing.
I don't like this. Bucket, do we have any way of seeing in the dark water?
The submarine does have lights affixed outside that let you know if you're about to run into something, but the lights don't extend more than like 100 feet.
Have you ever run into anything down here?
A lot of fish. There was something else I can't exactly remember.
What do you mean you can't remember?
You see, I have a bit of a chronic amnesia problem due to several head injuries.
Where did
Would-
those head?
Would you say that you're missing some kind of a guardian?
Nope, that's not it.
Insight?
Yeah,
Sure.
man, said that.
Sure.
Yeah,
Problem is, he probably truly believes it.
probably.
Oh, shit.
Marcus, you're not quite sure, but Zephyr, he has absolutely no idea what you're talking about.
That is 2 nat 1s in a row for me.
That is 2 nat 1s.
Let's get him out of the way now.
Yeah,
Save
get him
the
out
good
of the way
rolls for later.
now. We gotta get all those natural 20s later.
But he taps on the console, which you can see a circular indicator with a sort of like line rotating around it, and every now and then it pulses with light. Don't you worry, if something were to come up, I'd see it on here.
Oh,
Have you tested the reliability of that recently?
Oh yeah, of course.
Okay. B wants to do an insight check.
I mean, Zephyr's 20 insight is enough to know that he's being honest.
Okay.
well, I guess there's not really much we can do other than wait for either something bad to happen or, I mean, Ellie did say this would be like 3 days, so we should probably get some rest.
Yep, I'll keep a lookout. You guys get your shut eye. And he goes back to looking out the window.
One more huddle, please.
Yep. Yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think we should definitely not leave him alone, and one of us should also be on watch.
I agree.
Who takes first shift?
Suppose I can go.
I can go second. I kind of see in the dark now a little bit.
I'll take
Okay.
the 3rd shift.
And I'll take fourth.
Sounds good.
Halo, and then you're last, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. How many hours are these shifts gonna last?
2?
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, that's 10 hours for all of us. That means that each of us should get a solid 8.
Yeah, that sounds really good. Okay. Break.
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 Cool.
So yeah, everyone hunkers down, tries to get as comfortable as they can. It's like trying to sleep in a 5-seat van. Everyone's like pressed up on each other and just trying to get comfortable during a long road trip.
Did like a what would you call it? Like a shotgun seat, I guess, next to him.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, Zephyr will just crawl up into like the co-pilot seat.
Do you talk to him at all during your watch, or do you just kind of keep an eye out.
By just the small talk.
Okay. Yeah, so he goes into like details about like how he made this after he left his old job, and how it's like always been his dream. And as he's like controlling it, you notice that the controls, while they're not like an aircraft, you do understand to an extent how the controls function.
See. So what does this dial do?
Oh, that one controls the AC, and he like cranks it up, and it blasts you with air. But he gestures, and he's like, "Do you want to give it a whirl?
Yeah, might not.
Suit yourself."
He'll,
And he starts driving. He's like, "Always good to have more than one person who knows how to drive this down here."
yeah, he'll take the wheel.
Okay. So yeah, over the course of the 2 hours, he starts like he's talking your ear off. A lot of it is nonsense, but amongst the words he's spewing, you do find good information of how to pilot this thing.
Mhm.
After a while, you start to get the hang of it. Right as the what is Zephyr's like demeanor during all of this? Does it remind him of like when he was first being taught how to fly a plane?
Yeah, probably, but he was probably flying with like, I guess, more professional,
Mhm.
soldiers and whatnot. But he, I'm sure he's curious. I'm sure he's paying attention. Just finding it pretty fascinating. I imagine like he's just doing like a sort of like translation in his head. Like if he says, like, okay, so he means this is the pitch control, and that must be the depth.
But yeah, he also like explains to you in like vivid detail and in surprisingly correct vocabulary, the terminology for things such as like he explains the how the sonar works in perfect, detail. And though he probably forgets he told you how it worked, you retain the information. But with
Did
that, oh, sorry, go ahead.
did my plane have radar? Because they started rolling out radar around World War II.
Then yeah, most likely.
So yeah, I'm probably familiar with like the idea of how sonar works.
Yeah. But with that, your watch comes to an end, and you've who do you wake up for their watch?
Me.
All right, so he said, yeah, it was Mirai for second shift.
Hi.
Hey,
She's very sleepy. Looks like she's probably gotten those first 2 hours were like the best sleep ever for her. She's like, anything crazy happen?
I drove the sub.
Oh yeah. Maybe we should let you drive the sub more often.
Maybe later. I need some rest.
All right. Should give him a kiss on the forehead and go over to the seat next to our good friend Bucket.
He'll like start as you like sit next to him. Huh?
Hi.
Oh, hi. Are you a man?
No, that was Zephyr.
He
he's
looks over at the pile of sleeping people. Oh, there he is.
yeah, it's his turn to go to sleep. Yeah, we're just, keeping watches
All right, sounds good.
in case you need a second pair of hands.
Never had 4 hands before.
Me either.
Well, it's kind of dark, but you want to see something cool?
It's not. Yes.
Okay. He'll like kind of like leave the control, which it's still set on sort of autopilot. But he'll like kind of step on everyone as he goes over to the periscope. He's like, excuse me. He like kicks Halo a little bit.
Oh my
He,
gosh.
like turns over and fluffs his pillow and humps a little bit.
Mariah will follow and just kind of like very surreptitiously step over everyone.
But yeah, he shows you the periscope, which as you look through, you can see sort of like this very, very, very distant cluster of luminous jellyfish. Sort of, I don't know what a group of jellyfish, a cloud of jellyfish, something like that.
Maybe.
But yeah, you see like a cluster of jellyfish like in the far,
Oh.
far distance.
Oh. They're bioluminescent, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mariah will just kind of watch for a while and then look back at Bucket and just be like, that's so cool. Do you see them all the time?
Yeah, so he nods. He says, "It's one of the reasons I love coming down here."
I've seen jellyfish like this sort of before, but they're not from the ocean.
He just stares at you.
Oh, now he thinks I'm the crazy one. Great.
And his one eye is doing that thing where it starts to like drift off to the corner again.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's funny. I just I've been to the chromatic sea. I know that sounds crazy to say, but I have. And I saw jellyfish like kind of like this that came from there.
I think I've been there too. Scratches his head.
You've been there.
I think so.
And big lightning jellyfish, you know?
Uh-huh. Yeah. Sounds right.
Insight.
Sure.
This man, is he? Oh, okay.
You're not sure.
Wow. 2 nat ones in a row. Jeez.
Jeez Louise. Hey, Casey, you were
Oy.
talking about 3 natural 20s in a row. Someone gets a nat 1 again, I'll sing the song.
Please. Dang. Yeah, it's quite a place, the chromatic sea. Big lightning jellyfish.
Well, I'm gonna go back to driving. And he walks over, stepping on everyone again.
Oh, yep. She'll follow very surreptitiously and just go and like sit in the seat with him next to him.
Unless you have anything left to ask him, though, your watch comes to an end. And who do you wake up?
I wake up Marcus.
Is it time already?
It is. You got a good 4 hours though.
4 hours, yeah.
4 more hours later.
Are we? Anything happen? Anything weird?
I saw some jellyfish.
Oh, good. Lovely.
They were cool. Not like the scary ones from the chromatic sea.
Oh,
Just bioluminescent.
lovely. Marcus would slowly make his way towards the co-pilot seat.
And yeah, he, is kind of like snoozing a little bit. You see he has this like big yellow fisherman hat like pulled down over his head, and it's kind of, the submarine is aimlessly traveling through the water. But as you sit down, he like stirs like
Didn't mean to wake you.
and he like looks around, forgetting where he was for a moment, and then realizes he's underwater. He's like, "Oh, no problem."
So where are we going? And do we have a heading?
Well, we have to get to the trench, which is several miles from the shore.
Okay. Are we going the right direction?
Scratches his head and looks at the radar. Yep.
Huh. Can you point on the thing where the trench is?
So you're still sort of like hovering up over the ocean bed, and in the distance, you can. I don't know if this shows on a regular sonar device, but you do see like a drop off point way in the distance.
You seem kind of tired. Do you want me to just take over the wheel for a while? Like get some Jedi?
Yeah, sure. I
Cool, man.
actually did want to show someone how to work something else though.
Yeah.
And he'll waddle over to a little side compartment of the sub, and you can see it's got like a moving chair inside that sort of like rotates, and you can see what looks to be a makeshift almost cannon affixed to the side. Now, this here's the torpedo gun.
Huh.
I don't reckon we'll have any trouble, but in case we do, someone best know how to operate this.
You, sir, are full of surprises. And Marcus would go investigate this cannon over every inch possible.
Yeah, so when you say that, he smiles, and like most of his teeth are missing, but there's like one gold tooth that like shines. And as you begin to get accustomed with the cannon, yeah, you're able to like move it. It's gimbalized, so you can rotate it and then like pitch it up and down. Or I guess that wouldn't be a gimbal; that would just be like a turret based. But it also seems that these are self-loading too. There's like a rack that reloads itself as you fire.
That is so cool. Did you come up with this yourself?
I think so. And he like scratches his head again. I built this whole thing by myself.
Wow. This is really impressive, my friend. It's really impressive. Did you go to school
thank
for
you.
engineering?
I sure did.
Did you work on anything else? This is amazing.
And like he's trying to remember. You can see the gears in his head trying to mesh, but nothing comes forward.
I just can't remember.
Well, I'm sure it'll come to you.
You actually have a pretty good view, not as good as the one from the periscope, but you do find a pretty good view of like the surrounding ocean as you sit in this turret like torpedo gun.
Do you mind if I just hang out in here for a bit?
Oh yeah, sure. Just don't shoot too many, okay?
I can shoot them now.
He shrugs.
I don't see why not.
There's a big grin on Marcus's face. Is there any kind of boulder or some kind of outcropping on the seafloor that you could take a shot at?
Yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah, he's doing it.
So yeah, as you take aim, you hear the torpedo canisters like rolling behind you and sliding into position. There's like a shloop sound as you watch the torpedo fire off, bubbles streaming behind it, and you watch as it causes a massive explosion, sending debris and rubble everywhere. It shakes the ship, and everyone like is jostled and wakes for a second, except Bucket has no response to this at all. The lights flicker inside a moment. Everyone, you wake up.
You hear Marcus off to the side in this odd, small room go, "My bad, didn't know to do that."
What happened?
Don't worry about it. Go back to bed.
Yeah,
Haley
we're on
goes back
target.
to
Pebble
bed.
Guard. What's our quitting?
I was expecting a Han Solo like, yeah.
No, everything's fine. Everything's fine. Just a slight weapons malfunction. We're fine. How are you?
He just rolls over and goes back to sleep.
Oh, don't worry. It's just Marcus Zephyr.
Oh yeah, the war's over.
War's over.
But eventually, Marcus, your watch comes to an end.
That is unfortunate. I am sad, but I'm ready to go back to bed.
And you wake up B.
Yes. Tag, you're at B.
Oh my god, I don't want to be it. B drags herself up.
Look on the bright side. He has a secret room with a big cannon. There's a lot of other things that this man can do.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my god. B goes to sit at the chair beside Bucket.
Okay. And you brought Battleby with you, didn't you?
Yes, Battleby's just chilling in the corner.
Do you say anything as you sit next to him, or?
Good morning or evening. I don't know what time it is anymore.
You know, I should have put a clock in here somewhere. And he like looks around for where a good place to put a clock would be.
Oh, Battlebee has a clock on her. Battlebee, what time is it?
So as you say Battlebee, she like skitters over to you and displays like in digital format the time. And Bucket turns around, sees Battlebee. You see his eyes go super wide, and he just lets out this like ear-piercing scream.
He screams with him.
Everyone, you're woken up again, and you just hear Bucket shout, "My biscuits are burning!"
Yeah, Captain Fulbright.
What biscuit?
Huh?
Yeah.
The breakfast already?
It seems he's afeared of your Battlebee, Beatrice.
Oh, I'm sorry. And B. Go back to the corner, Battlebee.
So as he's like has his hand on his chest, you see his like chest rising and falling as he watches Battlebee walk away. He looks at you, B, and he says,
Didn't know you had a robot aboard.
Yeah, I made her.
Oh, that's Yep.
and he like goes back and sits in his chair.
Okay.
Are you wearing the Ironheart Initiative headband?
Yes, it is always.
So as he like sits down, he notices it and he says,
Ironheart, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to work there.
You did?
I think so.
What did you do?
Well, I can show you.
and he goes over to a cabinet and pulls out a VHS tape and puts it into a small TV he has on the console. And you will watch as it plays a sort of like safety promotion video for a company, and you see it has like the Ironheart Initiative logo on it, and it's basically a PSA for like remembering to wear your helmet. He's like,
Yep, that's me.
and as like the final, as the video ends, he said he and him on screen say,
I've got my bucket. Do you?
and the video ends.
Oh, that was pretty cool. Thanks for showing it to me.
Yeah, I think I used to do other stuff there too, but down to my brain injuries, they didn't really want me working with the technology.
Do you know what happened?
I can't remember.
Oh. Well, I hope you get better.
What is B's face as she like talks to him and watches the video of him, you know, giving safety tips for on the
Uh,
job.
When she's watching the video, she's just like really wide-eyed.
Mm-hmm.
And then I would say she's still wide-eyed as she's like talking to him, trying to get like information out of him. But then it's also just like disappointment knowing he doesn't remember.
So as you guys are like sitting there, he says,
Well, if you built that thing, you're probably handy with a set of tools.
My dad taught me.
and he will fish out what looks to be a toolbox filled with a variety of miscellaneous tools.
Well, you see, the Rust Guppy breaks down a little bit. I like to keep her in shape,
And he like pats the toolbox.
you can use these to repair practically anything aboard.
What needs to be repaired?
Just stuff that breaks down, hit a rock wall, or
You watch as another like vent starts spraying water, and he's like, ah! And he like goes over and grabs something from the toolbox and starts hammering it back into place.
All right. B would just be like, okay. And then she'll just look for anything that can be improved. If it's not broken, she will improve something.
But with that, your watch comes to an end, and you guys haven't gotten to like the deepest part of the ocean yet. some like rays of sunlight are still trickling through the surface. But morning comes and you all seem to have survived the night.
And then I wake up Halo because it's his
Um,
turn.
I mean, I'm not gonna do NPC on NPC interaction.
No, you should do NPC
Nope.
on NPC reaction.
It's just them sitting there awkwardly, and Bucket pointing at Fish. Can you talk to that one? Yes, I can talk to that one.
Oh
What
my
about that
God.
one? Yep, I can talk to that one too.
Amazing. That's
Thank you, James.
fantastic.
There's your NPC on NPC interaction, Casey.
Thank you.
It's everything she wanted. It's everything
All
I
I
wanted.
wanted.
But yeah, is there's nothing to really do aboard the submarine, and you guys, I imagine, begin to go a little stir crazy as the day progresses. It is a very cramped place. You guys can, stand up and walk around a little bit, but it is very cramped.
Marcus would like to try to weave a hammock with the rope in his backpack.
Okay, so that's what Marcus is doing for the day.
Yes.
Anyone else doing anything of note?
I think Lux. Oh no, I think Mirai brought a journal to kind of. I think she's kind of recounting things that she remembers from the lab and things that she saw on the videotapes, and also just kind of doing a autobiography, I guess, in a way where she's just trying to nail down her timeline, if that makes sense. But she does get up and walk around a lot. She seems to be having trouble staying still.
A lot of pacing, I imagine.
Yes.
What does Zephyr do to occupy his time? Did he
He'll
buy ball in a cup to keep himself I think that's a Zephyr toy.
fall in a cup. Sir, we are a stick and wheelhouse here. That doesn't fit in the submarine, sadly. So he'll probably just be in the co-pilot seat, maybe taking over every once in a while.
Crosswords.
Kind of continue it. What?
Crosswords. You did say Zephyr likes crosswords.
Yeah, he does like crosswords.
Yeah, so as you take over, Bucket scampers over to a hidden away ladder that leads to the top of this very, very small nook and just crams himself into it and falls asleep.
Oh, I'm piloting it. Oh, okay. We'll quickly shift over.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I thought you said you were occasionally flying it for or
Oh well, I mean, it's I imagine
it
you
for
just
him.
mid crossword when Bucket just wandered off.
Oh yeah.
I think that'd be funnier.
Yeah, definitely. As you're piloting it, Zephyr, you will notice the trench has gotten closer and closer until you can see it in front of you, and it just dives down into deep black water.
What's the sonar say?
It is picking up empty space on the sonar.
Fun. How much farther was it supposed to be?
You've journeyed for about a day and a half.
Yes, we'll continue on course.
Do you pilot the sub down into the trench?
Were we told to? I remember being told that because we didn't really talk about our route, did we?
I mean, if you're unsure, you could always wake up Bucket.
He's so
Wake him up.
peaceful. His little cubby.
Kicks his legs like a dog a little bit.
Oh, he's having a dream. He's chasing after a squirrel.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man. Hey, Bucket. Tap tap. Hey, so I see the trench now. You want me to go along with it, or?
Oh, we're going in the trench.
All right, in the trench. Insert Star Wars Episode 4 trench run.
So as the ship begins to descend, the water becomes darker and darker around you until the only points of light are those affixed to the ship. And it almost feels like you are just eternally sinking into darkness. Bucket eventually like wakes up from his nap and scratches his back, sits in the seat, and goes to take the controls back from you. And everything is kind of quiet for a good while. As you guys are doing your various things, could all of you make a quick perception check?
I think we can do that.
Oh, you ruined it. You ruined it.
Ah,
Maria.
Okay,
I know, I
okay,
wish-
okay.
We're surrounded.
Okay. Question.
Answer.
We have 2
answer.
nat fails and a crit success. Does that count?
That should
No.
count.
No.
That should
No.
count. 100%. That should count. Mike,
A nat,
stop.
a nat 1 and a nat 20 account for 10% of the possible rolls you can get. No.
We have 2 nat 1s.
Yeah.
I'm so sad.
I'm
So it's
sad too.
definitely Mirai. Maybe it's because you're the one that's kind of like going stir crazy and you're just kind of pacing around. As you guys are just kind of like sitting around, not doing anything, Marcus, you're almost done with your cot.
Nice.
Mirai, you notice like there's like a beeping sound or a pinging sound from the sonar, and you look and there's a big red dot that with every pulse is getting closer and closer.
Bucket? Zephyr? What's that?
Hmm?
She's just pointing on the sonar. It's just this really big red dot, and every time there's like ping, ping, and it seems to be getting closer. And it's really big.
Bucket will squint at it. It reminds me of, and then all of a sudden, the submarine shakes as something impacts it.
Oh, good.
Bucket falls out of the chair, hits his head on the floor, and seemingly is knocked unconscious.
Oh my god.
Man, the glass cannon.
Why wasn't he wearing his bucket?
Does he even own a bucket? I've not seen him with a bucket yet. Just bandages.
He's in the video. I've got my bucket.
Oh my god.
You've got yours.
Damn it, James, you're clever foreshadowing.
Would think he'd learn his lesson.
And as something impacts the ship, outside you will see a gargantuan form that is comprised of stone and rock. You see 2 glowing eyes disembodied as it flies or swims away. The sheer size of this thing is terrifying.
Oh my god.
Who takes the helm?
Well,
Zephyr.
I would hope it would be Zephyr.
Marcus runs to the cannon.
Don't shoot it. It's going away from us, right?
You watch as like the blip starts to get further and further away and then starts to make another round.
Oh god, it's coming back. Shoot it, Marcus. Shoot
All
it.
right.
So here's how this is
Zephyr.
going to work. Someone can operate the periscope. The periscope allows for better visual of the surrounding area. The character can look through the periscope and attempt a wisdom perception check. Detecting the threat grants advantage on helm rolls and torpedo gun attacks made against the target.
Who's smarter, B, you or me? Who's better at perception is the real question.
Perception?
Yeah.
I have a 0.
It's me. I have a +3.
Okay. Let me go through all of the rolls to determine what you guys want to do. The helm. The helm controls the movement of the ship. While under attack, a character can man the helm, attempting evasive maneuvers. The ship has a maneuver check bonus of +4. A character adds their proficiency bonus to maneuver checks if they have a proficiency with vehicles of any kind. The total for the check determines the ship's armor class for the round. The next roll is the torpedo gun. The torpedo gun launches explosive torpedoes at a target. The torpedo hinders the ability of the threat to attack the ship, reducing potential damage of the attacks made against it. The torpedo gun requires proficiency with firearms and uses intelligence to operate. On a hit, the total damage dealt to the ship for this round is reduced by an average of 36, 8d8. So 36 is the average, 8d8 is the amount of dice. The toolbox. The toolbox is used to repair damaged ship components. A character using the toolbox may make a tinkering check to repair a component, restoring a number of integrity points relative to the total. For a total of 9 or less, the integrity points are restored to 0. 10 to 15, it's 2d10. 16 to 20, it's 3d10. Anything greater than 21 is 4d10, and a natural 20 is 5d10. A character using the tinkering or the toolbox can reroll a number of d10s equal to their intelligence modifier. The toolbox also contains its own flashlight, and checks are not impacted if there isn't a source of light available. There are 3 components of the ship. The engines, which are the source of locomotion for the ship, they have 40 integrity points. The lights, which allow for visual outside the ship, otherwise you are blinded, they have integrity of 25, and the air generator. The air generator provides breathable air for all the occupants, and it has an integrity of 30. All creatures who need to breathe receive a negative 1d4 penalty on all checks if the air generator is inactive. Creatures who do not need to breathe are unaffected by this.
So I think that the rules here are pretty obvious of Zephyr at the helm, Mariah at the periscope, Marcus at the gunner position, and B at the toolbox.
Makes sense to me.
Are you all ready?
As ready as I'll ever be.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Halo has the cantrip guidance, so for a round, you guys can determine who gets the guidance cantrip.
Ooh.
So the first thing to do each round is to do the periscope check or the perception check against the Guardian's stealth check.
Okay.
All right, make your perception check.
Okay. Do you think Halo should give me guidance and then I can give each of you a bardic? Would that be doable, Mr. Mayor, just to like dole out 4 bardics or 3 bardics at the beginning, or will I have to do that every round?
You'll have to do that per round.
Okay. So should I take the guidance or
Yeah, you should get the guidance.
okay.
You need to escape. You need to survive 10 rounds before you can escape to this thing.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Perception.
So that is a
That one.
nat 1. So the Guardian is going to make its stealth check to try and contest that. You get the nat 1.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Hey,
And
that's
if we
2
get-
nat ones in a row.
And if we get one
one-
more nat 1, you will
one
sing our
more.
dog's bath time song live.
So that gives him a total of 6.
I also had 6 because I had a +2 from guidance.
And the tie goes to the defender, which is the perceptor in this case. So you somehow spot this thing. It crashes into a wall, which alerts your attention to it, and you point in the direct, or you shout like,
Iceberg right ahead.
yeah. So the next check would be the helm check. Zephyr,
All right.
you take evasive maneuvers.
So would this be a dex check?
No. So the ship has its own maneuver check bonus.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 4 plus your proficiency bonus.
Oh, okay, so it's 4 plus proficiency. 8. So plus.
So 15.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll try spinning. That's a neat trick.
All right. It has a plus 10 to attack.
Uh-oh.
This is where the fun
so-
begins.
Oh yeah, I gave a bardic to Zephyr at the end of my turn.
So what's that a total of?
10, 18.
Okay, so are you using your flash of genius?
Yes, so that's +3.
With that, it gets a 19. You spin. It's a nice trick. You spin and it swipes at you, narrowly missing you.
Nice. Good job.
Next round. You guys so far have survived one round against this thing. Lux, go ahead and make your perception check.
17.
Okay, this is +5. It gets a 9, so you spot it. Oh, and don't forget you get advantage on the helm and torpedo gun attacks if it's a successful perception check. So, Zephyr, this round roll 2d20s.
Okay.
Let's go.
It'll be a 26 this round. Let's see if it hits. D20 plus 10. 16 misses. Second round is succeeded.
Whew.
All right, make your perception check, Lux.
Okay. 16.
It gets a 16, which matches your 16, so you see it.
Got you, motherfucker.
Zephyr, make your helm check at advantage.
Uh-oh.
That's 1.
Uh-oh.
That's so a total of 14.
Fudge.
It gets 18. So it hits you, dealing a potential 51 damage. Marcus, if you would please roll your. So as it's swinging this massive, or as it's like going to ram you, you go to shoot it to like knock it off course. Go ahead and roll your damage.
So it's, I'm sorry, I'm rolling
It's 8d8.
8d8.
Okay, so you reduce the damage to 19.
Okay.
Oh, let's see what component it deals damage to. 1 to 2 is the engines, 3 to 4 is the lights, 5 to 6 is the inner generator. It's the lights. So the lights take 19 damage.
Oh,
Oh
no.
no.
Freaking rude.
The lights only have 25 HP.
Yep, and you guys watch as the lights begin to flicker. It's at 6 HP. Casey, if you would like to use the toolbox to try and repair the lights.
Oh no, if lights go out, it'll get moody.
Ooh.
What?
You know, like romantic.
21.
Just Careless Whisper starts playing in the background.
So 21 or greater, you roll 4d10. So please roll 4d10.
B refuses to have the lights go out. 27.
You completely repair the lights back up to maximum integrity.
Hell yeah, let's go B.
Thanks, I try my best.
Okay, so that is 3 rounds successful. Fourth round, Periscope. Please make your wisdom perception check.
All right. 17.
And +5. Ooh, it is hidden from you.
I'll toss out that Bardic to Zephyr.
So this round it will have advantage on its attack roll against you.
I don't
go
like
ahead and
that.
go ahead and make not at advantage this time, just your regular helm check. It's
I
a
like
19, still pretty good. So that's a 26 total.
Mm-hmm.
It gets a 27, so it hits you. All right. So the ship takes a potential 60 damage. Mike, go ahead and try and shoot it to. So we didn't do this last time, but you actually have to try and shoot it first. So
Oh, okay.
it is your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus.
13.
13 is not enough to hit it. You watch as the torpedo streaks out into the black, empty water, and it careens against the ship, dealing 60 damage to
Oh no.
3. The lights definitely go out at that point.
Ooh. Shit.
Yeah, Zephyr will just put on his goggles of the night.
Oh, I can see in the dark now.
But you can't see far enough out into the water to see where this thing is coming from until it's too late. Does that make sense?
Yep. I can see in here, but I can't see out
Yes.
there.
You guys can see inside, but it is just complete pitch darkness outside. Casey, would you like to make your tinkering check to restore the lights?
Oh, please.
Yes. Ooh, I'm gonna use the luck point to reroll.
Okay.
17.
Okay, 17 is 3d10. Go ahead and roll 3d10, please.
15.
All right. The lights come back on. You guys watch as the lights go dark for a moment, but then B is able to repair them, and you guys have visual again.
I
You
did
watch
it.
the thing dart off into the darkness. That was 4 rounds successful. Lux,
Okay.
go ahead and make your perception check.
Okay.
Who-
Soft 20.
Who's getting Halo's guidance this round?
I think it should be. I think Zephyr needs it.
Zephyr, definitely.
Yeah.
All right. So let's see if it hides from you. It gets a 22. It is hidden from you. Zephyr, go ahead and make your helm
Oh.
check.
I'll give my bardic to
Oh,
Marcus.
wait. So you got a 20?
Mm-hmm.
I'll just give her Flash of Genius. Since she has a 23.
Do you have to decide that immediately after the
Well-
roll is made?
Probably. It just said, probably. It just says when you are another creature you see within 30 feet of you makes an ability check or a saving throw, you can use your reaction. So, I guess.
Okay, so you need to do that before it makes its attack roll.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't see it, and I toss a bardic over to Marcus.
Go ahead and make your helm check, Zephyr.
I'm gonna go and use my bardic that Lex gave me earlier.
Okay.
So it's
So-
16 plus 6 plus
A lot.
yeah.
I believe that's 29. Halo also gave you a d4, so 31. It needs to crit to hit you.
Belief in the wind. I believe in the wind. I believe in the wind.
It does have advantage.
Uh-oh.
Does not get a crit though.
Let's go.
So it misses you this round. That is a 5th round survived.
Woo!
Go ahead and make your perception check.
All right.
Who's getting guidance this round?
I'll say Zephyr probably needs it again.
Okay.
That's a solid 7.
All right.
I'll toss a bardic over to Marcus.
Okay, it is hidden from you with a 13.
I still have one from last round.
Oh, I'll toss a bardic over to B.
So go ahead and make your helm check, Zephyr.
Oh no.
So 20? No, not 20. 10? You have guidance, pretty sure.
Yep,
You
he
do.
does.
So an extra. So it's a 12.
Wow.
Hmm.
Crit fail. Come on, let's go.
Oh, it has advantage because it's hidden.
You can crit fail twice.
Oh,
No, you can't.
damn. Jesus.
Right.
Double
Uh,
18s.
Marcus, go ahead and take your shot as it goes to damage you.
26 to hit. Introduced to. Oh,
Holy
okay.
cow. Yeah,
Wow.
you blow it and it nearly grazes the ship, dealing, what is that, a measly 4 damage to the engines. So the engines are at 36, the lights are at 15, and the air generator is at 30. Casey, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Are you repairing the engines or the lights?
The engines.
All right, go ahead and make your tinkering check.
21.
All right, so you literally can't not heal it to max. So
1 in that.
Yep. All right, and that is a 6th round passed.
Okay.
Go ahead and make your perception check. Who's getting guidance this round?
Maybe it should be me.
Or
Okay. So you're 13 now.
Yeah.
Is anyone else doing anything? I feel like I have to ask that now.
I will add a +3 to that.
Yeah, so it's 16. All right, so 16 is your perception check. Its stealth check is 9. You're able to spot it. Zephyr, you have advantage on your helm check.
Alrighty.
I want to toss my bardic over to Zephyr so he can use it as he chooses. But that's my last one, so don't rely on these.
So AC of 22 this round. Right?
That's probably good.
I think that's probably good.
Yeah, I have to roll above a 12, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll play those odds.
Okay.
All right. It makes it its attack.
My
Balls.
Balls.
Wow.
Right. Yeah. Mike, go ahead and see if you can hit it to knock it off course.
Sounds good. All right. That's the first roll. 26 to
You're
hit.
my hero,
Yeah,
Mark.
that's a
You're
hit.
my hero.
And rolling 8d8. Oh, we didn't get the damage from the Leviathan. Oh, there it is.
Okay. So that is that 29?
29. Yes, it is.
Oh, that's
Quick
a
math.
lot of damage.
Let's see what it does this damage to.
I feel like I was just playing chick with it and it won.
The air
no.
generators.
Oh my god. They only have
air-
1 HP.
Yep, they only have 1 HP left after this. So just to recap, the engines are at 40, lights are at 15, air generator is at 1. You've survived 7 rounds of this.
Fix the air, B.
Yeah,
Fix the air.
I am fixing the air.
Go ahead and make a tinkering check.
17,
17, so that's 3d10.
16.
You have the option of re-rolling a number of dice equal to your intelligence modifier.
Do
I roll that.
Oh, is that because
Roll
of
the one.
my?
Nope, it's a specific thing for the toolbox.
Okay.
All right, so that's 24.
20.
23, but the air is now at 24. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah. Just okay. Air generator is at 24 now. Lights are at 15. And that was 2 more rounds to survive then. Lux, go ahead and make your perception check.
Alrighty.
Who's getting guidance this round?
We
Uh,
should be Mirai.
Yeah.
Okay, you're at 11 now.
11.
Stealth check is
Woo!
10. You see it.
I see it.
Helm
Thank
check.
God.
Remember, you have that bardic. All of you who have
I
not used it.
sure do.
Okay.
10,
So
yeah,
an
roll
8
the
and a
bardic.
10. So you're at not 15. 17.
Roll that Bardic. 5.
So 22.
Yep.
Okay. Attack roll is a 20, so it misses.
One more round.
One more round.
All right.
Assuming it doesn't knock out your engines, because that halts the progression.
Can B take her turn to
Oh
fix
yes,
the engine?
she can.
Oh yeah.
B, go ahead and repair something if you would like.
What are the things that are damaged? The
lights and the air generator.
Oh, air generator.
All right, so that is 2d10. What are you repairing?
The air generator.
Okay.
10.
So 10. That restores it to full.
Okay.
All right, last round. Go ahead and make your perception check, Lux.
21.
And just for good measure, you're at 23.
23.
It makes its stealth check, gets a 11, so it fails. Zephyr, go ahead and make your helm check.
17
So
plus.
24, right?
Yep.
All right. It makes its attack roll, getting a 12, missing you entirely. So as you guys are diving down and down, you manage to escape into a very small cave that this thing would never be able to fit in. And eventually you watch as the blip starts to go away.
Woo-wee.
Oh, I hated that.
Just like old times.
Well, that was
you-
fun. Let's not do that again.
Yeah, let's not ever.
Hey, Mike.
Mhm.
Marcus.
Hmm?
Forever Bamble Famble will be proud of you. Old friend of mine. Best belly gunner in the force.
Thank you for the compliment. Is Bucket still unconscious?
As you get to safety, he will like stir to consciousness. What happened?
Well, we fought off a big thing.
Huh?
It was a big scary monster thing.
Yeah, you see like him as he looks terrified. I think I remember something.
Oh, now you remember something.
And yeah, you see he's like grabbing at his head, trying to think. The factory. Robot going berserk. My head.
The
factory?
The factory?
It's hard to remember, but there was this big robot going berserk. I think that's where I got my fear of robots from.
Which factory did you work at?
Ironheart.
Well, there was multiple locations.
No, mine was the main facility, the one that had that accident several years ago. Had to lock down the facility. Ugh. And he's like grabbing his head.
Are you okay?
My head hurt something fierce.
When you say it went berserk, what do you mean?
I don't recall. I just remember a robot going berserk and a lot of people got hurt. Some, and he just kind of like does a deadpan.
Some died.
Yeah, and he like meets your gaze, B.
Some died.
I think so, yeah.
Did they shut down the facility after?
They did, yeah.
And it hasn't been open since?
No, they had to lock it down.
Yeah. Some died.
B? B, do you know about this?
Well, I knew that they died. And that there was an accident. Somebody must have said, like, those words you're not supposed to say. But who would do that?
Oh, like the activation words? Like the ones
Yeah.
the ones at like the restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
B, something happened. Like there was somebody said a word at a facility. What is Ironheart? I don't think you told us.
Well, it's just like the company that my parents worked for and my dad worked for, and they just made Warforge for the war.
That's right. You did say that you were adopted, didn't you?
Yeah, and there's like there was factories and stuff, and at the main factory, which is where my parents were, and my dad also works there, but he wasn't there that day. He just got a call that said they were shutting down the facility, and that like an accident had happened, and that my parents were dead.
B, I'm so sorry.
I mean, it's not okay. I'm not gonna say it's okay. But it was a long time ago, and it was supposedly an accident. But what if it wasn't an accident?
We can find out.
Yeah, we can find out. And I mean, obviously they've done stuff to Bucket because he's not okay.
No, Bucket's not okay.
He's not okay, Mr. Bucket. You're not okay.
What do you mean? I'm tippy top.
I don't know if you're tippy top, Mr. Bucket.
Well, maybe my memory's not what it used to be, but
Did you know that people can modify your memory?
he blinks a couple of times. You mean like take them away or change what you thought you knew so that you think you know something else that you thought you didn't know?
Yeah, that happened to me a lot. I don't know how to recover those memories that I've lost, but I don't know how you could recover them either, but sometimes that's what happens. Or sometimes people repress things. They just don't want to remember.
Yeah, and as you say that, you can see like the struggle on his face of trying to put the pieces there, having some idea, but just not the whole picture.
It's okay. You don't have to be scared, or we just need to find out about the Ironheart Initiative, I guess. And maybe find out what really happened. Maybe we could fill in some of the pieces for you too.
I think I'd like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that we'll be able to do that. I may know someone who could maybe help. Yeah. I'll call my friend when we're finished here.
Yeah, and he nods and gets back up on his chair. All right, well, and he looks at you, B. What's your face right now? Like, what's the look on her face?
Oh, poor baby B.
Uh,
I think she's just trying to hold it together. But it's also like she's confused. It's like a confused cry.
oh no, baby.
Yeah, so Bucket will he'll give you like sort of sincere look, and probably the most sincere you've seen him this entire trip, and he'll just place a hand on your shoulder and squeeze it a little bit. It's gonna be okay, kid.
How do you know about the accident? Like what really happened?
I think I was there when it happened.
Oh geez.
I must have been one of the ones who got out, but I know there were others.
I know that this isn't like a thing a lot of people talk about. I think we probably both need therapy.
I think you're right, kid.
Yeah.
Like pat you on the shoulder.
Oh my gosh.
I'm gonna stress eat if you want some Cheez-Its.
Yeah, I'll take a couple of those. We're coming up on the point of inversion, so you might want to strap in. As Bucket takes the helm and begins going deeper into these tunnels, you will feel like the air around you guys begin to get light. Maybe while you're like eating some of your Cheez-Its, you'll notice a couple of them begin to drift out of the bag, as if there were no form of gravity where you are.
Oh geez.
And as they drift out, you will notice that it's only for like the briefest of moments that you experience this, but you experience zero gravity, and then they fall in the opposite direction as if gravity was inversed. They like spill onto the ceiling, and the ship like shudders a little bit as it adjusts to the new gravity, but you feel like you're, instead of descending, ascending.
This is wild.
Marcus is going to try and hold on to his makeshift hammock
Mhm.
and try to not fall on the metal bulkheads.
Oh yeah, that does seem like it would be a good idea to probably do something like that.
But after that, it seems like a pretty quiet ride. After a while, Bucket says, "Well, it's probably just another day's travel from here, but should be smooth sailing." Like slaps his knee a little bit, and he gives like another look at you, B, just to like make sure. I mean, obviously, B's not okay, but just trying to offer some form of comfort.
I feel bad for this dude because he's messed up too.
Mm-hmm.
I think B's just staring at the floor.
Or I will come over and give B a hug.
Oh. B
Don't
will
worry.
hug you back.
We'll get through this together, just like everything else.
Mm-hmm. I think I just want to talk to my dad. But I can't. I mean, not yet.
Well, we'll be done with this soon enough, right? That was the hard part.
Yeah, that was awful.
Now all we have to do is set up the teleportation circle. When we get past this point of inversion and wherever we needed to go that Ellie knows about, and then we'll End up at Ellie's office, and everything will be fun.
Yes, and then she will pay us this money because this is been very stressful.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So you guys journey for the remainder of the last day. Before, it's not like sunlight, but it's a sort of bizarre multicolored light that you see shimmering from the nearing surface as the ship breaches what seems to be the surface of the water. Bucket goes up to the hatch, unscrews it, and it whines as it opens. But yeah, it seems you guys are no longer underwater as he takes in a deep breath of air and exhales. Well, we're here.
Just like that. If that's easy enough. Right. Mariah will start following Bucket out and up.
Samesies.
So as you guys get out, you are still in a sort of cave system. There are like these sheer rock walls surrounding you on all sides, and above you is this sort of multicolored light coming from somewhere. It's sort of like this pastel muted light.
Does it remind me of the chromatic sea?
It does indeed.
And I don't see where it's coming from.
It's coming from upwards, so above you guys.
Looks like the chromatic sea.
Oh, that's not good.
What was that rift thing called again?
The dark well.
Yeah, the dark well.
Oh,
Those are attached to the sea, aren't they?
well, they're attached to the chromatic sea, yeah. But this isn't. This isn't what a dark. Well, this isn't what the one dark well that we saw looked like, is it? I don't think so. Are we in a dark well? Oh no.
Bucket like scratches his head like, I don't rightly know what that is.
Bucket, do you know where we are exactly?
Oh, not exactly, but this is looks like the place I brought Ellie last time.
Do you know where she asked you to take her, like past the point of inversion? And what's past the point of inversion?
He gestures his arms out. I guess it's this.
But you don't know what this is called then.
Nope.
Can we look around?
Yeah, so it's a pretty steep climb, but it's definitely doable. You definitely notice that there is a suitable surface for magic circle. So the way I see it is you have two choices. You can either continue to explore on your own or draw the magic circle and have Ellie come pick you guys up.
Well, do we want to explore or do we want to try to get Ellie to explore with us?
I say there's no harm in us just kind of looking around. You know, just to make sure we can't find a better spot for the circle.
True. I think that's true. Who knows? This could be a better spot than she initially picked anyway. Maybe she
Exactly.
just, yeah. Maybe she just didn't walk up the hill.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We should probably see where we should probably find her original circle. You know, just put it back where she wanted it.
Yeah, that's a good idea. And then we could see if she, maybe sniffed around anywhere else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does there appear to be any kind of damage to the, I want to call it the ground from the earthquakes?
Hard to say. Go ahead and make an investigation check.
I'd give you Burdick, but I am fresh out.
I still have one actually, unless they
Oh.
expire, don't they?
They sure do after 10 minutes.
Well, it's
but
it's also
it's a new
been a whole day.
day.
Yeah, it's been a whole day, so you've definitely
Hey,
had
Marcus.
Hey,
Go ahead and take one.
cool. I'll use a bardic. That's 17.
So you actually notice that the there's several fractures here, as if this location frequently changes, like geologically. If the quake were to have moved things around here, it would have been very, very detrimental to the area.
Got it. These cracks, are they deep?
Oh yeah.
Can I look down into them, see if there's anything shiny, sparkly?
Make a perception check. Not that. So are you? There are cracks in both like the walls, the ceilings, and floors. Where are you looking?
Primarily into the floors, looking down.
You don't see anything sparkly as you look down into the cracks. Those that are close to like the water level are most often filled with water. Those you find that aren't, you don't see anything of note. So what's the game plan here? Is everyone in favor of pressing on, or do you want to call Ellie?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I mean, I do want to press on.
I don't want to press on.
Yeah. Let's do it.
As you guys begin to climb the rock wall, you'll see Bucket just kind of like looking at you guys. You guys gonna call Ellie?
Yeah.
like in a-
All right.
Sorry, go
Well, I'll just. He pats his submarine. I'll just wait here with old Guppy.
Yeah, just take a nap. Don't worry.
As you guys begin to climb, you will find more passageways, and as you ascend higher, the light becomes more vibrant. And as you round a corner of one of these caves, who's taking point?
I believe Marcus would take point.
Yeah, I think that probably would be Marcus and Zephyr would be up front, probably.
Yep.
You will see what looks to be a humanoid at the very edge of your vision. Small, almost gnome-sized, as they round a corner and disappear from your view. Everyone sees it, and the gnome bared resemblance of a woman that looked like Bee, although much older.
You see that? You saw that.
Marcus would call out in Gnomish, wait, come back.
There's no response.
Did we see where she went?
She rounded a corner and disappeared from your view. Everyone saw her, including UB.
Yeah.
I think we go that direction.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Does B have a reaction?
Freak.
That's your reaction?
No.
I think Bee's just taken aback, but also then taken aback because she didn't know Marcus knew how to speak Gnomish. So she's like, "Why does this woman look like?" And then she hears Marcus, and she's like, "What the heck is going on?"
Oh my
I
gosh.
think she's just more like energetic to follow. Also, is Battlebee with them?
Yeah, Battlebee's with you.
Okay, she's
Always.
probably clinging on to Battlebee.
So what do you guys do?
Yeah, follow the gnome.
Follow the gnome.
Follow the gnome.
So are you guys like in a sprint towards this gnome, or
If she's sprinting, I guess.
Being cautious, but also like trying to be quick about it.
How high is it?
probably a good 30 feet?
Cool.
I can cast fly on myself.
I guess levitate.
Marcus pulls out his gun and shoots it at the ledge. Shoots the grappling iron at the ledge, and holds his hand out to B.
Yes.
Cool. Marcus Batman's it up to the ledge.
Okay, so you Batman up to the ledge.
I cast fly on myself.
I levitate.
What about Halo?
I grab Halo.
Okay, that's fine. It's You grab him and he kind of like looks down, like clinging to you, like,
Oh, come on, don't be a baby.
What about Battleby though?
Uh-oh.
How much did Battleby weigh?
Probably a good 250 pounds.
Yeah, I can't do that. All right.
Can you let Battleby climb?
Have Battleby make a athletics check.
I'm gonna give Battleby guidance as Marcus scoops me.
Okay.
Could have cast Spider
Oh,
Climb.
yeah,
my
that's,
God.
that's fine.
You should sing the bath time song just because of that.
No.
Okay,
So
s-
Battleby digs her like pincer like appendages into the stone and begins like clambering up after you guys.
Her.
And yeah, you
She's got this.
you guys reach the top just as you see in the distance the gnomish woman round another corner disappearing from your view. As you get higher and higher, the light becomes ever more blinding.
What are we?
Going into.
Yeah, that's the question. Should we send Battleby? I'm concerned because the light is. I have a question. Does this remind me of the light that I tried to walk into when I died?
That was like a blinding white light.
This is rainbowy.
Yeah, and more like pastel colored, like softer colors.
Am I getting like the same vibe that I got from the chromatic sea? Like the holy energy?
I'm not sure if you could get a vibe from it at this moment.
Okay. But it doesn't appear to be like there's like no negativity coming from it. Like, you know what I mean? Like no bad vibes.
I mean, I don't know what Lux is feeling per se, but
no.
you don't get any, you don't get sense anything.
Okay. Yeah, Mariah's just gonna look over at B and just be like, maybe we should just keep going. I mean, she seems to want us to follow.
Yeah, I mean, we're already here, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, we keep going.
As you guys round this last corner, you will see the source of the light. You see a impossibly huge sphere with this sort of pearlescent material as it something like shimmers below its surface, and it's sort of situated nestled into the rock formation. And you watch as the gnomish woman walks closer to it in front of an individual cloaked in dark clothing. They wear a mask, which at the center is this pearlescent object that shimmers with a dark power, and they hold a staff with a lantern affixed to it that sort of emits this sickening violet light. You will watch as the illusion of the gnomish woman vanishes. You feel static electricity begin to build up in the air as you feel vibrations as three massive aberration like jellyfish surround the individual.
Oh no.
Move you guys over to the map just so you can see what I'm talking about.
What did
I
we
would like
do?
I would like to not be here.
And then at the beginning of next session, we can roll initiative.
Oh my god, we made a mistake.
Uh-oh.
We're on the right path.
We probably should have put the circle down.
Oh, this is right.
So, yep, let me
We
plop
can
you
just
guys
flee.
down.
Yeah, we could just leave.
Are there any questions about the description I gave? Just to make sure.
Would Marcus recognize the mask?
No, you would not.
Me.
You do see that the individual is not touching the ground. Their legs seem to have combined into this sort of like wispy tail, and they're sort of hovering there.
Mermaid.
Maybe not a mermaid. You will also notice there are what look like clusters of pure diamond embedded in some of the walls of this cavern. And emitting off of them is this silvery, sort of vaporous substance that wafts towards this gigantic sphere above you guys.
Well,
And as I said, this sphere is like massive. Like, think about if you were to see like the moon up close, it would, it would like, it's like if you could see the curvature of the moon up close.
Jesus Christ. Oh, fuck.
Thanks for listening to another episode of Radio D&D. You can find us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Radio DD Pod, and make sure to check out Drawforth Arts on Instagram. They created our podcast cover art and did an absolute amazing job. If you liked what you heard, please rate our podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening.
Hi, I'm Stephanie. You can find me on Twitter or Instagram at Plain Ethereal. That's PLAIN Ethereal.
I'm Ethan, and you can find me at my Twitter, at Badger_D, in as in the letter D.
Join us next time on Radio D&D.
Does anyone have any theories about what they're seeing right now? Like, what the hell is this?
I think if this is just me speculating, I think the big pearlescent thing in the sky is probably the lifeblood of the planet.
That makes sense. Yeah, the pastel kind of colors has like a big, like Nimbazi sort of feel to it. So, like, or I feel like we're in a chromatic whale or something of that nature. Like, we're in a place in the chromatic sea where it is safe for us.
Mm-hmm.
Balthazar, was that the celestial we met at the caves?
The
Yes.
Nimbazi, yes.
Yes. Does this guy look like a Nimbazi, but kind of like corrupted?
He certainly looks darker. You can't see his face, though.